I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the date done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick-Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick-Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
That Sports for the best authentic sportswear. You check Wilson Sports when you want the best authentic sportswear. Wilson Sports. Food change advertise fee. And if you roll out the numbers, remember, no easy laugh, no off.
Some sports were for take notes. Them full of dreams and hopes. Then why them come and sell rope? When there is only one, yeah, there is only one goat. And that's a Wilson, yeah, that's a Wilson, yeah, that's a Wilson Sports. Yeah, ball boots, ball tops, ball shots, string yard, ball socks. Them kind of drip you quick for make your ex call back. Little quickness in my boots and ball out, me want that. My Nike ticky pretty and my Adidas all black. Dribble down you feel it, grip me feel me can't drop. Slide tackle all, me own a team and know this snap up. Why? Because I'm by the supper.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manningsman. It's good to be with you. All right. On I Am Sure Sports, it's going to be a lovely day. I have not been here for quite a while. There are more things that needs to be done. The world doesn't revolve around discussing Jamaica's football. In fact, it is not the only sport that is out there. But every time we begin our program, we want to give thanks to the Most High God who has made us, and it is in Him we live and move and have our beings. He's the great creator of all things, and there's none that exist without His almighty power at work. And so we continue to look to the hills. From whence cometh our help? Our help comes from the Most High God. He made the heavens and the earth. He keeps us, He never slumber, and He never ever sleeps. Amen. Be good, live good, love people. You understand me? Do all the good you can, all the time you can. There's a benefit in being a good person and living good with people. We're going to have a very important discussion. I invite you to call in and let your voices be heard and share your thoughts. To do that in a respectful way. Encourage those in the comment section as well to know you never know who is listening. All right. While we have a right to our opinion, we must be respectful to people. You understand me? We must learn to show respect, live in a respectable way, even if we disagree. All right. We're not here for the hype while we understand the need for getting likes and shares on the videos, and that is important. We're not here for that. We're here to be authentic, you understand me, and to be fair in our evaluation or estimation and how we share our information, you understand me. While others may think otherwise, that is clearly how we are, and they may say otherwise, but we make sure that we give fair and balanced opinion. And in the cases where we feel like people may think that our opinion is skewed in a particular way, we have other persons who come onto the platform. For example, Stan Cranky, who shares different thoughts and many things than I do, and he has, just autonomy to share what's on his heart, and without fear or management coming to kick back or delete or remove anything, and we are grateful for that. While we don't know what the callers into the program will say, we will certainly ensure that as a person speak, if there's anything that we consider to be offensive to a person's character or reputation, we will be willing to remove those things either in the comment section or to end the call and then remove the call from our stream. So we ask you to be very respectful of other people. You never know. Your damning and damaging allegations could just affect a person's life way outside of the platform that we share here. All right, my people. Big up yourself to all the persons, Mr. Flex. I'm in the comment section. Gunners Boss, Fresh God, Naji. You understand me? Tyrone Williams, bless up yourself. Brian Mighton, I see Jason. And all the others who are watching, yet you haven't made a comment. Bless up to you, Shaban Peart, on the work. Bless up my boss in the building. All right. Also want to remind you, Ishmael, Whitehall Avenue. You don't know how it is. Military Gona. Hey, Military Gona. You need to talk in a military Gona, because I want to understand what's going on with this all-school team that went over Florida. We're going to talk about that. Is it an indication, people, that really and truly, while we think we are way ahead in the real world, we need to make some step. If this is the best of our schoolboys and they're playing, not even a national team, but academy teams, and they lost their first game. Mark, it was a close game, and people make all kind of excuses. They didn't have enough time to prepare and stuff, which is also a problem that needs to be resolved. But it's a discussion we need to have. Big up Brando Sherman Scott, one done himself from Clarendon. That man not afraid to share his opinion as to who he believes and who his pick is for the JFF election that is delayed, but inevitably it will take place. Can't go around it. There will be an election, and there will be 56 votes in that election. I'm going to tell you about it. You understand me? That is going to happen. And FIFA, is not fighting the system. FIFA is saying that there shall be an election. There's no two ways about it. You understand me? Yep. Yeah, big up all my friends from Grenada. You understand me? People like Shamari Marks, Marlon Glean, Mr. Modest, bless up yourself. You understand me? Big up all my friends from Trinidad and Tobago. Bless up on yourself, Amy. Amy Daniels, you don't know. You understand me? Man like Dexter. You don't know. Bless up on yourself, You understand me? Oh, me Vincent. From St. Vincent, big up on yourself. You understand me? Antigua, Barbuda, big up on yourself. We have some friends over there in Malaga, Spain that listen to us. Big up on yourself. You understand me? And then we have some Kenyan friends. You understand me? We have some friends in Kenya that listen to us, and some Jamaicans in Japan who subscribe to the channel and they watch it. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. The thing is global. I am telling you. You understand me? Everybody in the United States bless up on themselves at the same time. Canada, you know how the thing go. You understand me? From Negril to Morant Point, you don't know the whole of St. Anne. You understand me? From Civil Heights to Priory. You understand me? To Bamboo to Lilyfield. to Tanglewood, to Heartlands, to Richmond, Draxall Estate, Jays, Greenwich, Steer Town, them say on a play town, Exchange, Great Pond, and all the other places you don't know, Lewis, yeah, man. You know the thing go. You understand me? Water Lane, Jardis Plain, you don't know, 3 Miles River, Blackheath Road, all of them places there. Oh, no, know how the thing go already from. You don't know. You understand me? Rickett Street, you don't know. Lincoln, Sterling, Upper Grange Hill. You don't know around Russia, Charlene, Darling Street. Hey, don't let me give you a road and place them. You don't know from 100 Lane to Park Lane to Common to Black Ants Lane. You understand me to Whitehall Avenue to Cassava East to Glen Drive to Hungry Town. Oh, Jesus, best. Callaloo Music back to Bower Banks. Oh Lord, what do I hear again? All of the uptown places from Cherry Garden to Norbrook to Jackson, yeah, that's to be Smokyville. All right. Enough is enough. Let's get into the meat of the matter. All right. So, let's get into it. Let's dive into some discussion. So, first thing I want to do, right? Share experience with you that ties into this diaspora discussion and the involvement of the diaspora in Jamaica. All right. So first thing I want to know, I think the diaspora plays a very important role in terms of a lot of remittance comes into Jamaica and helps the Jamaican economy. But it is not for the wider Jamaica, because when people send money in Jamaica, the real beneficiary of those monies are really their immediate families. That some of them go away and they run off, or they are legitimately overseas for a better life for their families in Jamaica. So one person will sacrifice, probably by leaving their kids in Jamaica to go overseas. Some, like I said, are legitimate and they have made a life for themselves and they send back resources to help their family. So while it has some indirect benefit to the general populace, it is really aimed at helping their families. People, it is Super Friday, right? So give your super stickers, your super chat, and please like the video and share the video. This is good. I promise you. All right. That is important. All right. So they play in North America and in Europe, and in the Caribbean, because you have people in Cayman and the Bahamas and those places, St. Martin's, who give back. And so that's a big work that they do, and they must be commended and congratulated for the years that they have been pouring back into the Jamaican society. All right. So, but I want the people in the diaspora to know, and everybody at Jamaica. So there are two things. Come over, talk to the Jamaican in my yard. There are people in Jamaica who think like many Jamaicans. If them don't get money from the diaspora, them can't survive. Let me tell you this. Some of you who live in the States, you not live life like people at Jamaica. With all the crime and thing, some of your families have better houses than you. Finish pay mortgage because they are them bill on them family land. Them not owe nobody nothing but love. Them kids go prep schools or go to the top high schools in Jamaica. Have them degrees just like you. Them just choose to live in Jamaica. Some want to understand, so because a man they are foreign mean that him better than a man a yard. Because we have to break the thing down. Don't for 1 minute believe that because they are foreign, you're brighter and you're wealthier. You're not. There are people in Jamaica who have more money, US dollars, in a them US account than you and they are foreign. You see the little house where you have, where you work hard and buy, there are some people in Jamaica upon their family land, build some big concrete structure that earthquake can knock that down. Understand that. 140,000 a semester. Like 1,000 US them pay a semester for them kids, them go school. Getting good education. So don't for 1 minute, because if your family may be struggling, you think that every Jamaican need to depend on money from foreign. There are people in Jamaica who every month they have to send money to a foreign. Go help them, family them. Well, if a foreign. So a foreign, you have Jamaicans who suffering. I have some who make it. I have some who middle class. We really have very few rich Jamaican Americans. No matter fool yourself. Even you come Jamaican, we're rich because the US dollar have worked. But in America, a very few Jamaicans, or you'd say in the upper echelons of American society, is not a lot. It's a little, though it's a bigger population. One, we understand that. All right? We'll put that out there. Because this diaspora argument, we need to bring some balance to it. Jamaica has many issues, but Jamaica is not the worst place in the world. Let's make that clear. Jamaica is not the worst place in the world. We are not the worst people in the world who live on the rock. And the ones who can live here and there, we are not the worst people in the world. We have issues, but we are not the worst. All right? So let me go on a little further, because I have an incident where I need to say this. And I've seen this time and time again. And it happened to me. Because I used to feel like people in Jamaica feel like me go on like me better than them because me come myself and me come from myself and things. So let me just help. You see when you come to Jamaica, while we are not the worst, you must come to Jamaica and understand that if you left here 15 years ago, it's a different Jamaica. If you visit, if you're coming here to live, you're coming to live in a different place. You're coming to live in a different place. You're coming from a first world country, especially if you're an educated Jamaican in the States who complete your college education, have a good job. And you are used to having things done. Because how people talk, is that in America, police don't stop you. Police don't search you. Security guard don't inspect you. That anything you want to do in America, bam, in 1 second it's done. So if you have when you go to the bank, by you go in the bank, you walk out. Like there's no delay for nothing. People, it is not so. Not everywhere in the States is like that. And then when you come to Jamaica, please understand that Jamaica is a third world country. You understand me? So when you come here, police are going to stop you. And then now go, hi, how are you doing? Are you having a wonderful day, sir? Can I kindly see your documents, Mr.? Oh, I can see it right here. Perfect. Can you slowly wind down your window? Oh, great, great. Thank you, my friend. Have a beautiful day. You're the best citizen we have stopped in the entire day. Yeah. Police are going to say, yo, wind down your window. Give me your papers then. And we have to respect patois. Because some of we not going like, we not respect patois. Well, yeah, well, the people them down in Alabama. Yeah, some American, Lord have mercy, when they come out and they talk. And I said, then them are people that go college. Them are people that come to Jamaica and talk, so. Go down to Alabama and listen to some of the black American them. Them born in America. Huh? Big up Alabama. But me, I tell you, some places in America, when they hear the people them talk, you have to wonder, where do you get them your language you're from? And words and things. Huh? So nobody go on like see a Jamaican alone chat bad. Hey, but we have some problems, Some of the help on because we are going to split things right down the middle. I don't know enough. Big up everybody from Alabama. Maybe we can't go back down. Maybe we can't go back down here. But I tell you. So let us continue. Let us continue. Because someone go on like say, America better roses. There are places in America that are worse than Jamaica. So don't act like this is the greatest place in the world and they don't have issues there. All right? So don't act like Jamaica is the worst. So you see the returning residents them who come to Jamaica, especially the ones who are time. Oh, it is not patois. Thank you, Ernest Murray. It is patois. Patois. Yo, You have to put a little twang into it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because regular Jamaicans in the States cannot understand patois anymore. You know, once they go to America, their ears become immune to patois. You have to speak to them in standard English for them to understand. These people are going for it for y'all 2 weeks. And we can't understand when they chat. I said, brother, no, but one thing. People will find longer than you chat part when you're gone up to 2 weeks now. And nobody can. Hey, people. Claudia, you know the Claudia call. I vex it up because I tell the friend. Well, I set up the phone call. I vex, you know. I vex. Well, I never set up the phone call. She vex, you know, because she had called before time. Hold on. Well, I never set up the phone call because we never reached the point yet, you know, and she had called, you know, because she vex, you know. May I take on our good old America, you know. Vex, you know. Oh, jeez. All right. Hello. Let me see if I can. Hello. Oh, jeez. Hello. Oh, jeez. Claudia, I'm trying to get the call connected on the phone. Hold on there. Oh, here we go. No, I'm not defending. I'm not defending. Hello? Hold on. I'm not hearing you. Hold on. Let me call. Let me see if I can get this fixed. This is. Let's see if we can get it. We need to get this. Oh, no, do it. I have to call back Claudia. Sorry, do it. Because Claudia was calling before you. And I wasn't getting to. I'm very sorry. And so let me just call her back and then I will call you back, do it. People, me not get through to just work with me now. Claudia, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am management, and let me first inform you, you're live on air. Tell the people. I said that though. I said that. Oh, hold on, Claudia. No, hold on. They're saying they're not hearing you. They're not hearing you, and I need them to hear you. Know, so I'm going to hang up. I'm going to try and set it again, and then I'll call you back. All right? Let me fix it because I need to hear from you. Hold on. All right. So you're hearing me. Let's see if we're hearing Claudia now. Hello? Well, I am hearing her. People tell me they're hearing her now because I just made some adjustments, so we should be. All right, so go ahead and talk and then I'll tell you if they're hearing you. Yeah, so you're saying that's why I'm singling out. Why I'm singling out? I am. You know what is funny? The example of what happened to me. Oh, they said they're still not hearing you. Jeez and peace, man. What is going on? What is going on with the thing today, man? You can't do this and there's no long clock. Let me go the good old way. All right, go ahead.
Yes, as I'm saying, I felt like you were singling out the United States, Alabama. Hello.
All right.
We work harder.
Huh?
We're not rich in America, but we feel like we're cash cows.
Who feels that?
Everything everybody send to the Americans because what matters? You just start saying it's like Shrapnel coming over here. Start telling us we're not rich.
Oh no! People, tell her I never said that.
Hello, yes.
Jason is asking if you're. Jason is asking if you're. No. Jason is asking if you're represented Alabama.
Girl, they're under my border.
No, man. But you know what is funny? The situation that I had yesterday had to do with someone from England, because I am going to speak about how they operate after that. But I did speak up because I have to speak about first.
No, but you did mention England one or two times.
No, man.
Most of the grenades that were launched came to the United States.
Give me a little
I
time.
felt like, hold on a second. Let me, defend my country.
Don't worry yourself. Give me a little time. Listen.
Defend my country. It's the only one that accepts me fully. You Jamaicans tell me I'm not Jamaican enough.
So you Jamaicans, it don't sound like you are a Jamaican. Do you believe? Do you believe you're a Jamaican?
The gentleman told me I'm not Jamaican.
No.
Because I don't. He said, what passport do you travel on? I never forget.
Let me ask you this. So do you believe you're a Jamaican?
I was born in Jubilee Hospital, man.
No.
It's my birthright.
So no, here's what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you where you're born in. I'm asking you this. Do you?
I'm saying to you, Jamaica is my birthright.
No, I'm not asking.
Nobody can take that away from me.
No, man. I'm not asking you if anyone has taken it. Here's what I'm asking you. Do you believe that you are a Jamaican?
I'm Jamaican.
So let me ask you the question again. Do you believe that you're a Jamaican?
Yes, because
Okay.
I'm Jamaican.
No, you are a Jamaican.
I'm a Jamaican American.
You're a Jamaican with American citizenship.
Thank you.
Yeah, you understand me? So.
Thanks to Jamaican.
Yeah, so I am a Jamaican.
Jamaican American. Not gonna throw away the American, because as bad as things might be here, I'm not told that I'm not American enough.
No, but do you know that there are people in America who believe immigrants are not real Americans?
Listen, I have one in my own home. She told a relative on Thanksgiving, he was there planning about being American, and she said, hold on a second, you're not an American, you're a naturalized citizen.
There you go. So
she said, you're a naturalized citizen. I'm a Yankee. Please stop it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this kid like, yeah, but you were born in America but raised in Jamaica, so shut up.
There you go. So but I'm going to get to because I think the experience I had, because what I want to do is, as we seek to bridge build a bridge between the diaspora and those who are domestic, that we understand things from both sides. Yeah. So I want us who have spent time in the States to understand. Yeah, go ahead.
The sad thing about it is, there shouldn't be a bridge to be built. I'm speaking from myself. We left Jamaica for a better life. We didn't decide to abandon ship because, we think we're better than.
That's you. That's you, though.
No, the majority of Jamaicans that I've met when I lived in England and now in the United States, majority left for a better life.
No, man. That part I agree with. Most people who leave Jamaica, they leave for a better life. All right.
Yes.
Here, no. That I don't think. No, man. I don't think anyone believes that. Here's what people believe. No, man.
We're being treated, man. It's not. Where we're being treated.
How? No.
Our kids are being segregated.
No, Claudia.
Again,
No. Hold on. on. You see, you're gone into a different. So you are saying to me that people in Jamaica have treated you in a way that you don't believe that you're a real Jamaican.
I've been told to my face.
So one person tells you that to your face, though I don't think it is equivalent to, Jamaicans having that perception of you, because it's one person.
When I'm on the program and listen to people talk about diaspora kids, they should.
Yeah,
but the other night when I texted you and I said to you, listen, don't you think these kids need to come to Jamaica to get acclimatized to the country, to the cold field that we play on, so that they can feel a part of Jamaica and not wait until they're 17, 18, and 19.
No, but
and when they come there, they're at a disadvantage because they're not used to talking.
All right, so here's what I want to do, Claudia, because all right, you see, here's the issue now. You're calling the fields in Jamaica cow fields, but you don't think. No, hold on. You have to listen to me. So hear how you speak about Jamaica. You call football fields in Jamaica cow fields, and you don't think anything is wrong with that. So can you now understand if you say that to people who play on those things, who live in Cherry Gardens, who live in Meadowbrook, who live in Jacks Hill, who are billionaires, that you are calling the fields that their kids go, ballers, you're calling the Virtues field a cow field. You're calling the Campion Academy field a cow field. You're calling the field up by Mount Pleasant a cow. Can you understand how people would receive you if you speak like that? Because you're generalizing.
I do not think that according to you, the people in Cherry Gardens and blah blah blah. I've seen the fields. Which in Meadowbrook.
Yeah, but the fields, man. No, man. So follow what I'm saying, though. Because the field in Meadowbrook look like a cow field, that don't mean that all fields in Jamaica are cow fields.
No, I did not say all fields.
But that's
when the kids come down to play.
But the kids, no, but Claudia, the kids have never come to Jamaica and played on a cow field yet. They played on that when they went to Guatemala. Huh?
That Omari played in Montego Bay on that cow field.
No, Claudia, remember the field it's a sand-based field. So because it never had the grass on it.
I didn't answer the excuse.
No, it's not an excuse. No, Claudia. No, I can't agree. You see, this is the issue, because here's the issue now. While you want the people to have appreciation for you, you made a general statement. This is why I said that there's a gap that needs to be bridged. Because here's what. It's not that people don't believe that people went for a better life. Here's the issue though. The people who went for a better life believe that they are better than the people in Jamaica. That is the point I was making. I am saying to you, there are people in...
Right, I did not say that we don't have cow field or pig pen field elsewhere, even here in the States. But I'm saying the kids need to acclimatize to understand what it is like to play in CONCACAF. They need to feel a part of
yeah, man. But remember the issue we are having now, because I wasn't talking about people coming to play football. I am saying that we need to build a gap, because there's a perception of people in Jamaica that people who live outside of Jamaica believe that they are better off than people who live in Jamaica. No. Let me. But
in the States who live on the road.
But isn't that the point? But you're making
this whole time they're on the street side.
No, man. What I'm saying though is that, but that is the point I am making. The point I am making is not.
People suffer everywhere.
But you're making. But you're making my point. That is the point I was making. That don't believe that everyone in Jamaica is, and everything in Jamaica is, because
people need to know, assume that everyone
that's the point.
People that are living on the sidewalk.
But you're making my point. The point I'm making is that you probably have family members in Jamaica. I don't know. That you are living better than. That are living better than you in Jamaica. You may. I'm saying you may not, but there are people who live in the States who they have family members in Jamaica who have swimming pool with jacuzzi, with all of those things. So it splits both ways. But so the reason why the gap needs to be bridged is that people go for a better life. But sometimes the people who go for a better life believe that they are better than the people in Jamaica. And some of the people in Jamaica need to change their mindset because they believe because you come from foreign, you go on like you're better than them, even when you are not. Because I have faced both. So that is the point I am making, you know. So I would not say to somebody like the fields in Jamaica are cow field. Because yeah, I would not make a general statement like that.
Hold on. Maddox, if I lived there, no one said the same thing, it wouldn't be a problem.
I have a problem with somebody in Jamaica saying, no, man. Listen what I'm saying. No.
That's my point. I bet you if I lived there.
If anybody, if anyone, no man, no. Hey, don't bet me, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. If somebody comes and say the fields in Jamaica, all of the fields in Jamaica are cow fields. People are go, you're mad. You know what fields in Jamaica are pristine right now? Quality field. The surfaces are well kept and taken care of.
Oh, please, yeah. I've seen the golf course.
No, man, I'm talking about football field. We are not like Wembley, but there are fields in Jamaica that are good. I'm not saying that but not all fields in Jamaica are cow. Not even a person living on the rock.
I have seen the golf course.
So what is... Make the golf course point. What is the golf course point?
No, I said I have seen the golf course. I've seen those gorgeous golf courses.
Yeah, but you have not walked on them though.
When I went to holiday in the hotel, you can barely walk on those things. Those are gorgeous.
No. What I'm saying though, what I'm saying though is that what I'm saying to you is that you did not walk on those surfaces to know the bounce on them. I have walked on golf courses in Jamaica. They look good from far, many of them, but they are far from good looking. I've walked on them. I've walked the courses.
No, when I didn't walk the courses, I just walked around a little, take a look at the beauty.
But that's what I'm saying to you. But there are many fields in Jamaica. If you stand from afar and look at them, they look just as good. If you stay from afar and look at Arnett Gardens, it look really good. Beautiful surface. Listen, have you looked at Sabina Park when they have done work at Sabina Park?
They fix Sabina Park, bro.
Oh, so you have not been watching any football at Sabina Park? Even the Caribbean club scene?
I rarely watch football on JPL in Jamaica. I'd rather watch it clean dry.
No, but you see what I'm saying though? Here, you see everything you see about Jamaica is bad. But yet you're saying that the Jamaican people are...
But I watch football.
No, but I didn't ask if you watch JPL. I said if you watch football. Yeah, that's what I asked you. JPL, schoolboy football play at Sabina Park. Pristine surface.
Well, I've seen it. Only the one that...
Have you ever watched a game that George's play? Have you seen George's play at their school? St. George's College.
No, I see JC.
So it's kind of...
I like JC.
Okay, so it's kind of funny that you probably watch football on the surfaces that are not the best.
JC is not that bad.
but I need to get to my story, you know, Star. So let me get to my story, and then you can call me back. All right, man. All right. So let me get to my story, people, because while I called out those people in the diaspora, because there's a calling out of people in Jamaica. Because remember, I'm telling that we have issues here, but we are not the worst. All right. So let's go on. So there is, in St. Anne, there are gated communities, right? So how the gated communities work? Oh, geez. All right, let me finish the story and then I promise to call you back. All right, because I want to make sure that the phone line is working so I can accept the calls and stuff like that. So let me just turn off and see if I can get this going. All right. Before, and I'll say it again. For us to compare, I said that Jamaica is a developing country. We cannot compare the Inter Miami Stadium with a stadium in Jamaica. All right, I made that point. I made that point, right? But we have to put things in context. So let me help you. All right. So let's continue. So in St. Anne, they have what they call gated communities. All right. So I had to go for reasons. I have to go to gated community. Let's put it that way. So how they are is that you enter down a one way. There's a big median in the middle, and you exit coming up along one way. All right. So two vehicles can pass on either side of the one way, but it's really made for one vehicle. All right, I want you to follow me. So yesterday, I went down to enter the gated community. All right, they were doing some work at the entrance, so they had some excavators and stuff like that. So on my way coming out, the one way to enter was blocked up by the excavators. So I had to now exit by driving up the one way for entering. All right. So it's a long stretch, so you can see the person in front of you. Generally, in a community like that, if a person is driving to exit in the entrance, obviously something must be wrong. All right. So I'm driving very slow because just in case somebody whose mind is not operating is entering, we don't have a collision. So I'm driving slowly to exit. All right. Here comes a vehicle coming down and block, basically to drive right in front of me, basically to and stop, because they didn't want to wait until I exit so they can come through the entrance. All right. So of course the right thing to do is to wind down the window and tell them that you're not trying to break a rule or a law or anything. But so I wind down the window. The person wind down. It's that lady. Of course, she's from England. By her accent, returning resident. Kind of know that she live over there. So returning resident from England. And she, I kind of said, first I said, my apologies. The reason why I'm driving here is because you can see, look, the exit is all blocked up by excavators. All right, bam. She said, okay, came out the way and I passed. You know that there were persons now who Jamaican, they can tell by the accent that they have been on the island long. Kind of said, kind of basically said, why did, obviously that person should have known that if that is happening, there must be something, because at the kind of community you don't have disorder in this kind of community. So they should have basically just relaxed like they did so that I would have come up. What's the point I'm making? All right, so I'm going to come to the Jamaican thing. Because Jamaican is full of such disorder. You see, when a person from foreign come Jamaica, they think like every act that they see is somebody trying to be disorderly. So that person was trying to say, okay, you're not following the law, you're not following the rules, so I am going to block you up. Because there's a culture that Jamaicans are disorderly. All right? But here's a big issue now. You see, if that were some other people, then probably would have an altercation with her, which is absolutely avoidable. So here's the next point I want to make. If you move back to Jamaica, while I agree that there's disorder, don't try to be the law and the order for other people. If you want to return to Jamaica, stay in your lane, because the place is unsafe for the most part. You cannot come from foreign, especially those who come from England, who are older and have lived in England for so long. When they left Jamaica, are probably 100 murders a year. It's 1,400 and 1,500. When you come here, you not try black up taxi man and them thing there. You not try, when them try cut in, you not try say, okay, they're breaking the law. I'm not letting them in. They're breaking the law. Let me just, no. Then we'll lick your car. You know, you're a man to go be. A man just running a man, carry a man. Come on, be a gunshot, kill him right on the spot. You don't want that. You see a taxi man, and him a dilly and a dally and a coming. Of course, that would not happen in England. Of course, that would not happen in America. Make him go on. Just allow him to go on. When you hear me. All right? So, if you're in the diaspora, you have to understand these things. Right? None of these things are general, but there's a common pattern that from my interaction, because I live in a place where I have a lot of returning residents. It's when they go out to the tax office and them things, everything is about orderly. Like you're not supposed to do this, and you cannot come to Jamaica and try to be the law and the order. You have to leave that to the powers that be. All right? So I'll come to the people that are Jamaica now. Because the people that are Jamaica, the one that will live on the rock, we have to go on better. Because anytime we figure out, say, the people them come from the diaspora, we treat them different. So anytime you hear the accent, you feel like you can diss them, you can bad them up, you can overcharge them. And some of the agencies in Jamaica, they find those people to give the hardest time. So if you go there and say, hey, what's up? What's up, man? You know, I'm from just moving back to the island from England, you know. How do I go about getting my license or something? Whatever the thing is. G's and peace. Yes, I'm have English attitude. Oh. Nobody come in here with the IT attitude. Who you? Come here, come twang. And all of a sudden, the customer service person in the bank or in the place in the tax office or whatever move from 0 to 100 because them here see a foreigner or them see a foreigner. The foreigner just go there and say, listen, miss, can you just please hand me back my document, please? I'm in a little rush. Honey, what kind of document? What kind of document? What does it come from? Look up and go like better than people, blah, 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 blah. Crazy. You see, we no man, people, trust me. You think I don't know that it happened in the US? I know. That was a little bit of sarcasm. Trust me, I know it happened in the US. I was just being sarcastic about people cutting you off in the road. Trust me, we know about road rage. I was just being sarcastic right here, right? So bear with me, right? So you get the point. So don't believe that this whole diaspora and domestic thing is a small thing. There needs to be dialogue, because people in Jamaica have an issue with foreigners, except for like tourists in hotel, of course. I know people. I will give you a good one. You go to a hotel in Jamaica as a Black American or a Jamaican and see how they treat you compared to the foreigner, the white foreigner. So there is an issue. There is an issue on both sides. On both sides of the fence. And so before people believe that, okay, an influx of people can come in and do this, you have to realize that you have to dialogue with people and work out these differences. I see a man spend millions of dollars. When I say millions, man come back to Jamaica, spend millions of dollars. And just because he went to a local parish council with attitude, they have done everything to make the process so difficult for him to get the requisite documentation to complete the process of having the business operate. They allow the man to spend all of this because here's what, there's an issue with people domestic when them feel like a foreigner come, I try to this. See, it's when I, for example, when I come at the airport, sometimes we take the people in Jamaica for fool, you know. I mean, I think everybody, like, you come at the airport, you know that you spend over the $500. But you don't believe, say, you're supposed to pay because of your thing. You know, and if them ask you, a be attitude that, you know, why don't go pressure them? How the tourists just got through, sir? How the tourists got through, sir? There's a $500, you're not supposed to go over $500. Come on, man. I want to deal with that because this whole thing about local, domestic, and overseas, we need to really sit. And I'm going to read something because, you know, and I grew up with some very good friends of mine, and something like I think we need to take into, because when they said this, that was my response about the story. Yeah, a lot of Jamaicans don't even know that. They don't even know that they can collect tax returns. There you go. All right, do it. You can call back, you know. I think the phone line working now. See if I can get in touch with. I will call back Dwight, and then I will read what I have here. Let me see now. Where is Dwight? Oh. Let's see if we can get Dwight. He was trying to call earlier, so let's see if we can get him. Make sure.
Yes, my name's Bon.
Welcome, Dwight. Welcome to the show.
Yes,
I'm returning your call. I want you to know first and foremost that you're live on I Am Sure Sports. What that means is that whatever you say will be heard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name's Bon. So, I like the fact that you stated. I like the fact that you stated because it's not. I've been traveling more often to Jamaica in the past 6 or 7 years. There are a lot of Jamaicans that live in Jamaican, that's, I should say average, than some Jamaicans who left Jamaica.
Yeah.
And it depends on the person's individual situation. I'll give you one that's going on now, and correct me if I'm wrong. As I understand in Jamaica, now they have started offering free or almost free community college education up to the if you're under 23 years old, they will do up to the level 2, I think, level 2 community college level free of cost. Is that correct?
I think the government extended the school years so these kids can stay at school, I think, up until 19 in the high school, which is really government education, which is an addition to like the programs of a lot of schools up to 11, 12, I think grade 13. I don't know about the community. Yeah, I'm not sure on the community college part unless that is a heart program.
Yes, they have extended the heart on a lot of those programs until you're 23 years old.
Okay. Chris King is saying heart is free for all. So all can be certified. Yeah.
Right. But I think there's an age limit where it stops. I think at least some parts of it is 23 years old. I work with some youths down there, and they're like, no, I want to come to America. I said, well, you know what? You're going to have to pay 25,000 US or borrow 25,000 US to go to that school, that university. I said, why don't you go to your local community college, take your first year and a half, and the government is paying for it for free.
Yeah. But you know though, in reality though, if a person can work $8 an hour in the States and go to school, it's probably going to worth more if they are there than if they are in Jamaica. So it there's a lot of a lot of little things. Yeah. You know, 'cause you can work, as you know, you can work at one of those fast food places, do your classes.
Yeah, service.
And yeah. So you can't do that in Jamaica. It don't make no sense to go work in a supermarket in Jamaica. Like while you could go to Walmart or Target or one of those or the Macy's and work and then go to school. To say you're going to work in a supermarket, then probably going to have your pop bags and you're not going to get you're not going to get the kind of money to complete those things.
But man, it's very possible in Jamaica to work and do a school. I say because
you can work, you know, and go to school, but the way you will get paid because the man who work full time, not will get paid. But
that's true. But guess what you're getting? Experience. That's when the opportunity comes to go to the States, you are now a more experienced worker.
Yeah. I hear you. That is true.
Right? That's something like, for example, some of the school ballers, no, we can't get the scholarship in rough. Are you working at least paying for your JPL Tier 2 club and working in part-time to prepare yourself? Because guess what? You're not going to leave your mother house and walk into no NCAA Division 1 top 25 program. You're not going to work, you know. You're not good enough. Your fitness not going to be up there.
Yeah.
Right? So there are things that are in Jamaica that will make you better prepared to transition to the US.
Yeah, but you know that I think Hala Madrid just made a big point.
Yes.
Jamaica is not big enough indeed for all of us to stay. Some have to go to college overseas. It's just the way it is.
Yes. I agree with that.
All of us can't stay. It's going to be a problem. Some have to leave. The fact that people can leave and uplift themselves is so important to the sustainability of what the government is able to do. Imagine if every single person who is in the US needed government subsidy. Maybe the student loan bureau would run dry.
Yeah. It's true. No, I that part I agree with, and that part I don't disagree with. I'm not trying. But what I'm trying to say, there are certain programs that are in Jamaica that are for free that people will pay a significant more.
What program do I would love for you to tell me some of these programs. I don't know what program, you know, because you can't go Monaghan and Brownstown and Mico and them. All of those places are actually moving up to offering degree programs, university status basically. So it's only hard. And what HEART does is that if the NTCV vet or whatever they want to call it, I don't even know the correct abbreviation they use for it, but not abbreviation. I
think it's called
or whatever.
HEART.
No man, they have a NT something another vet. I know the last part of it is vet. Yeah. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But some of those things offer like plumbing and electrical installation and those programs and some of the programs
Yes.
are hotel. I am saying that generally the people who go to university in Jamaica don't go to university to be a plumber.
Correct.
NTC vet, it's called. Yeah, thanks, Chris King.
But management, watch this. If let's say you don't have all the courses and coursework to go to university in say civil engineering, there's nothing wrong with going to Monique and doing your plumbing and your electrician course while you get your courses. And then now when you go study civil engineering, you now have hands-on experience plus the academic, and then you're able to be a more successful university student in Jamaica or out of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Right? The other point that as you were saying, so you make fun of Alabama. I will say I just went to university at a school near Alabama, and then we used to make fun of how we talk, and then we say, hold on one second, we're gonna have to come to a common ground because I don't understand you and you don't understand you.
Me I keep up on the Alabama thing now, because I function to go to Alabama. You know, so big up my friend. Mobile. Alabama.
Mobile, yeah.
Alabama. Big up for this.
Yeah.
And Jackson, big up my friend. Me also. Me nah bother go down the road. Yeah, big up everybody.
Man, that whole I-10 stretch from Jacksonville to Houston, yes, they carry an accent, a strong accent. It's a fact. That's a fact in and out of the US. Yes, they have a deep accent. Some people do, right? So you're not talking anything that's not the truth.
Yeah.
Right? You're not talking, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're inferior. They just carry an accent.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing wrong with it, right? So and then the other thing, management, we talk about the opportunities are there. Most people who leave their home country leave for better opportunity.
Of course.
Anywhere in the world. That is not just Jamaica, but anywhere in the world. Right? Because I work with some youth in some other sports areas, right? And some of them have been to about, in the past 2 or 3 years, 6 or 7 countries. You know what their biggest experience comeback is? You know what? Jamaica is not that bad enough.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people who come from countries that are really in a situation. And when they compare it, and this is the comparison I typically get, them say, all right, America is about A minus. Europe, Western Europe, England is about A. Them give Jamaica about a B minus C. But them some places.
Football guru said the thing is that you haven't heard West Virginia or Appalachia. That's what
Appalachia.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, as I said on the other show, I did college wrestling and Olympic style wrestling in college. Trust me, I have been to all these places, and it's been in a hostile and intense environment. You go and hear that tobacco spit all over the floor near you. All right, they make Jamaica look like usually 0 to -5 degrees, right? So I've been in West Virginia, I've been in Appalachia, I've been in the Dakotas, I've been in all those places. Why you want hostile territory? So I know exactly how they can be here, right? So yes, it's there. But as I tell people, it don't make sense you would leave Jamaica and go to one of those areas unless you're in a very good situation. Right?
Yeah.
Because as rough as Jamaica is not that rough, and it's not as socially hostile as some places you could go. Right? So it really depends. So when people say, all right, we go for it, depends where, depends what you're doing, and depends on where you're living.
Yeah.
Now I can talk from personal experience. My children born in the U.S. They're born in America, and my in-laws are not born in Jamaica or the U.S. When I go down to Jamaica, and yes, we did get pulled over 4 or 5 times. No, we get pulled over in total over the past years. We got pulled over about 8 times. Right? First of all, when we rent the car, people tell me you're gonna get pulled over. So man, I didn't expect it. But man, police never treat me bad. Police never treat me bad. Wind down the window, they said, sir, document up here. No. When they wind down the window and I'm seeing the 2 young kids, then calm down. I will say that. But in the 8 times I've been pulled over by police, and it was never for retail when you're doing spot checks. I've never had a aggressive issue with Jamaica police. I've seen it happen. But me, in my 20-odd years traveling down Jamaica, I've never had Jamaica police deal with me aggressive. And I'll touch on the final thing where Jamaica has significantly improved. And that is why you might agree with me. The process of flying in and out of Jamaica, mostly into Jamaica, with the kiosk, with the agent, with the online on your phone. Man, trust me, I travel the world as a consultant. Jamaica is smooth and very efficient with that process.
Yeah.
Sangster's Airport I would easily tell people, is one of the best airports to travel through in the world. Does it get crowded during the high travel period times? Yes. But is it the worst? It's not even close.
Well, I don't still know because I've had a lot of trouble still. I mean, success is not bad, but no. Big up success. I don't know if I can agree with you still, but is your experience? So go ahead.
Man, go travel through Central America during a high period. Go travel through South Asia and Southeast Asia during a high travel period, and you see how it's going.
Yeah, but you're gone to the extreme. All right.
No, I'm not going to the extreme because man, really and truly on a worldwide perspective, Jamaica is almost on par with some of the Southeast Asian countries economically, and some of the Central American countries economically, population-wise, and so on. In Jamaica is on par with that.
All right, let me give you a good example. All right, in South Carolina, what's the name of the airport again? Another Berg. Oh, geez, what's the name of the airport? How could I forget? Very nice airport to go to. Spartanburg Airport. Very nice airport to go to. It's not high traffic. It is probably similar, but yeah. So I'm saying that it's hard for me to say Norman Manley, Donald Sangster is the best guy. I don't know. Even so you have Hobby and you have the small airport like in Fort Worth, and there are lots of airports. I think the issue people have is that you compare Jamaica with the big massive airports, and you say that's why Sangster is, but there are some small airports that are very efficient in the States as well. So I don't know if I'd go that far still.
Man, tell people to try travel through Mexico City and Guatemala and Panama airports. I mean, we can give you some of them in the Philippines during the high travel period. Boy, rough.
Yeah. Like Central American airports are not the easiest to traverse through.
Rough. Not pretty.
Yeah.
Right? Not pretty.
All right.
All right, boss. Respect.
Yeah, man. All right. Bless up.
All right.
Former international wrestler. His name is Dwight. Check him out in the comment section. If you play, you have to pay. All right. All right. So, but this is so important. I think this came out of something that I saw Lisa Hanna did. She said last night, I was one of the panelists at the launch of the Capri Caribbean Most Timely Research Report, Brain Gain, right? So Brain Drain, you need to change your name to Brain Gain, solving the labor shortage and competing for global talent. our discussion was analyzed the potential global effects of increased immigration on economic growth, wages and employment, and the possible impact of liberalizing the labor market to achieve higher levels of productivity. Most importantly, Jamaica's migration trends and our immigration framework against the background of our existing labor market. In 2020, the number of immigrants was 6 times greater than of immigrations in the Caribbean region. Approximately 9.8 million people are leaving the Caribbean versus 1.6 million people are coming. All right? Currently, 1 out of every 3 persons born in Jamaica does not live in Jamaica. You hear that, people? Currently, 1 out of every 3 persons born in Jamaica does not live in Jamaica. Let me read it again. Currently, 1 of every 3 persons born in Jamaica does not live in Jamaica. Read that one more time. Currently, 1 of every 3 persons born in Jamaica does not live in Jamaica. Furthermore, over 80% of Jamaicans with tertiary level education living outside of Jamaica were trained in Jamaica. I think that point was made earlier. I think A.M. Henry was speaking to that, right? This leaves a significant gap. One, because if 80% of the people who migrate were trained in Jamaica but not working in Jamaica, and 1 in every 3 persons born in Jamaica not living in Jamaica, then they know that there's a major gap. So this leaves a significant gap. And as Jamaicans, we must begin the honest conversation about reorienting our education system to meet Jamaica's need to create high-skilled jobs in industries we can compete in globally to drive local economic growth, mainly because automation and AI have already taken low-skilled jobs in many sectors. Between 2005 to 2022, 82% of the economy's growth potential was not realized because of failing productivity. All right? So, here is the response from one of my friends. It is sad but true. More Jamaicans probably live outside of the island rather than on the island itself. Most of the educated citizens leave because they can't find work with sufficient pay. All right? Almost every other week, I get into heated debates with folks back home about whether diaspora Jamaicans should be given the opportunity to vote remotely in elections. The Jamaican Supreme Court ruled that although citizens overseas had the constitutional right to vote, the government need not take any more steps than it takes on the island to allow diaspora citizens to vote. Thus, unless the legislators pass new laws making remote voting possible, all 1 million diaspora citizens would have to fly down to Jamaica to vote. When diaspora citizens ask their host countries to advance their interests with the Jamaican government via treaties, aid, etc., folks on the island say doing so is an attack on their sovereignty. The ruling class has convinced the lower and religious classes that diaspora citizens want things like sex ed, repeal of burglary laws, etc., and they all say diaspora Jamaican can keep the remittance coming, but that they threaten their sovereignty and stability. In my views, the corrupt ruling class has the people where they want them. And with only 30% of domestic Jamaicans voting, the fear the diaspora will upset their hold on power. All right? That is when I responded with the lady thing. All right? So don't want to give you any more, but there's a lot more I could share. All right? So, but let's talk about some football issue in the same breath. All right? So I've been hearing some people. Listen, people, the election will have 56 votes. The JFF election will have 56 votes. Whenever it is held, Hey, football guru, and you look like you and AMN, you know. You guys have a lot of information. You need to call in sometimes, you know. But you say we need to check our numbers. All right. So let me get to the 3 things about to happen with elections. All right. So people, number 1, there will be 56 votes when the election is called. All right. Let us not be swayed by one side or the other in our dialogue. There will be 56 votes. All right. So as you know, there is an injunction. And if that goes through and the days are passed, before the election, there has to be a board meeting, number 1, and there's a vote in Congress to make sure that all the persons who are now registered can vote, which means up to the morning, I don't know if you know this, but up to the morning of the election. Oh, somebody said that I'm frozen. Am I still frozen? Am I frozen? Oh, one person say yes. Go on top, Manning. All right, so okay, the image. All right, don't worry about it. As long as so, here we go. All right, so blur any of this. All right, you can see me. All right, cool. So let me just go on. I don't know what is going on with my internet here. All right, so how the Constitution is written, here's the thing. Up to the morning of the election, people can vote. So there is no way that all the parishes will not have an opportunity to vote. Here's what, and this is why I'm saying, if the election, given this ruling, this appeal that was done, and if you read the appeal ruling, if there was not the injunction and the election were like this Sunday, then I think it would have swung the election, because at that point, those 6 would probably be given over, but there would still be 56 votes. And Kasafa would probably get the most of those. And you know, Kasafa supports Raymond Anderson. The fact that there has to be a court case, it gives the other parishes now the opportunity to register. Because remember, they are just not registered company, but they are operating. So they are going to be registered, which means that all their voting rights have been given back to them. We shouldn't try and complicate the issue. Hey, Bridget, you sounded very political with these super chats. I don't know what is going on with my internet right now. I don't know. Let me check it and see what's going on. Yeah. It's connected. What is going on? All right, let me see if I can do it this way. Bam. All right, let me see if I can fix the internet for you people. Let me fix the internet for you people. All right. All right. You should be good now. There you go. All right. right? So the parishes will have their votes. There you go. If they were smart, I think what they should have done is remove the injunction, run the election, because those clubs were not those parishes, which would have probably forced the Ricketts team to find a way to delay the election. If they had all of this information, why they didn't do the election? Why didn't they do the election? Knowing that 6 of the parishes that supported Michael Ricketts, 6 of the parishes that supported Michael Ricketts, according to them, would not have been able to vote. They should have run the election. That is just my opinion. Because the fact that it is delayed, you have given them time. You have given them time to register these parishes, which means at least those 6 parishes plus the other 3 that they say they have, which is 9, are going to go to them. So there you go. That's almost 18 votes. You could have gotten 12 more on your slate. The injunction that you have sought, here's the issue. Even if the court says, well, you are legit, the other one is not. There, again, how the Constitution is written, there is no guarantee that you'll still get those 2 votes, because it is left up to vote. And the people who are going to ask to vote to get you in are the people who you're just going to exclude because you're not registered. So why would they get registered now and then vote to include you if they believe you were trying to get them not to vote? You cross the wires. I think you have let the Ricketts team off the hook. I think you finally had a way that you outsmarted them. And then you missed your timing. That is my interpretation of the thing. Like you missed your timing. You missed your timing right there because you have given them time. And I don't think you'll be able to convince them. In fact, I'd have run the election. And after running the election, then I'd bring up these issues. Because either power would be given to you or the election would be null and void. So I just got something from one of the readers of the Constitution. It says, regardless of whether the parishes were registered, wouldn't they still have been allowed to vote? No registered entity. In fact, they were saying that a club, one of the clubs, I'm not going to call its name, they're saying that the club would not be allowed to vote because the club is not registered. The club has just updated it. So what they have also done is that they are calling out all the people who they have found to not register. So if you're doing that, oh my God, then all the people that are going to not just go register. So the point I'm making is that you had this kind of information. Go to the election, because on the election day you say, no, you can't vote, you're not registered. No, you can't vote, you're not registered. And then you'd have won the election. I think, or it would have been a closer election. Or maybe there would have been no election. Probably Anderson team thought that parishes not registered are actually going to vote for them. All right, here's the thing now. Based on the parishes that they are saying, a couple of them are nominated to be vice presidents on Ricketts' slate. In fact, the parishes that are registered, most of them support Anderson. So I am thinking the ones who are unregistered are the ones who you think would not have supported him. But good point you made, Formula. All right. Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. I believe, yeah, man, I agree with you that it is better. But these people were not doing it because they think this is good for the football. Because remember, those parishes were going there to vote if it wasn't called out. So I don't think the action was, okay, this is better for the football. Hold on. All right. Here's this now. No, St. James is not voting for them. Explain that to me. Like, all right, people, very important that you listen. Very important that you listen. Listen. All right. So, listen to this, right? Your explanation based on your perspective is giving the perception of endorsing corruption. All right. I want somebody to break down. I like to pick out some of these things. And remember, I'm not the brightest bulb. So I need somebody to take this and explain it to me. Because remember, all the parishes thought that they were duly registered. Right? They thought they were legit. In fact, they never knew that they needed to be legit companies. So it is not like they knew, and remember, these parishes have been operating from long as we know there was football. So how is this perspective endorsing corruption? What corruption? If they knew that the parish were unregistered, the election would have gone on. What is corrupt about that? They would not have been able to vote. What is corrupt about it? Because that is how it's supposed to be. What is corruption about that? I don't understand. Maybe Jay Shai, you are not understanding the conversation. So, yeah. All right. So maybe somebody else understand what you're trying to say that can call in and explain it, because we don't understand what you're trying to say. All right. Right, that's what I'm saying. They're not like Moby and I think those guys are not going to vote for him. So why, if there is those things and you know it, you just go there with the thing and say, listen, you guys are not going to be allowed to vote because you're not duly registered and we have documentation to prove it. They can't vote. So maybe the election still would have been stopped, but they had information to override it on the election day. So I don't know what part of that would not be corrupt if they call it out on the election day. The issue I'm having is that the fact that they have delayed it means that the parishes can go and register. Meaning by Monday, do you understand, by Monday, this registration thing is not an issue anymore, because all of them, my understanding is all of the parishes are almost registered now. So I don't, like I've said, I don't know what, I don't know what it, like, I don't know, like sometimes I think like, all right, let's hear from Cranky. Maybe Cranky can explain to me what this person is saying. Welcome to the show, Cranky.
That's what the person is saying.
Yeah. So
You're free.
All right. So let me tell you what. Let me bring up the comment. Can you say you understand it? Your explanation based on your perspective is
you know what?
Hold on. Let me read it first. Your explanation, which is the Constitution, based on your perspective, is giving the perception of endorsing correction. You say you understand. Explain that to me. Go ahead. Hello?
What are you talking about? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something else. You're confusing.
Sorry.
We are two different wavelengths.
Sorry. I thought
that has nothing to do with corruption. No. It's cold out here too, so you have to forgive me.
Sorry. I thought that's
the point I'm making is this. We're having a misconception that this is a normal election process with normal, independent, objective election committee that's going to adhere to all their requirements and guidelines of the Constitution. I don't think that's how it works, man. And if you look at what happened in Brazil, where there was corruption in the process, and the president still retained his seat, that's FIFA. So I don't disagree that on the surface, it would appear that those 5 or 6 clubs would have been disqualified because they weren't registered.
Yep.
I think the case would have been made to the electoral committee that these are normal functioning organizations being part of JFF for whatever years. It's more of a oversight, and in substance, they're a legitimate organization and should not be disqualified from voting.
Okay.
And they would have won their case. They would have won their case. Because no one can say that substantively they're not part of the organization. They have members on the board. How can you make a case to say they're not legitimate organization? That makes no sense.
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. They're not saying that they're not legit organization, you know.
I know.
So which is why I'm saying, what if you believe that they have been operating organizations or entities in Jamaica for all this time? What was the cause for bringing up the issue? That is what I'm trying to figure out. While I believe
it's public management. It's public. It's trying to create the environment to say this thing is all rigged for the incumbent, and we have to make as much public noise as possible to create this view that this is not fair and should be revisited. I think it had less to do with substantively trying to change the process versus putting on so much public pressure and showing the deficiencies in the process and system, the corruption in the system, and saying, guys, no fair-minded person would say this is okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think the electoral committee would have disqualified the 5 parishes.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Even though they don't meet some of the requirements in the Constitution.
For me, I think it would have benefited Anderson a whole lot more if they turned up on the election day with documentation that says because the process of registration is not duly done, they are not going to vote. Whether or not the election would have gone on is a different issue. And so that is why I'm saying I believe that somehow this process have really, while it is necessary and I think it needs to be done and it is good, it is a good show of governance and all of that, I think how are these parishes taking it? Are they saying, okay, why did you do this to us? Are they saying that, Anderson, we are glad that your team brought this up so we can get it done? Because at the end of the day...
No, it doesn't matter. Money, it doesn't matter. They were going to vote for them anyway. They were going to get those votes. The only way it would have benefited them if they got them disqualified, right? That's the only way it would have benefited them. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. So they know they were going to get the votes. So if I can't disqualify you, I bring it to the public light to show that some criteria you use to disqualify another part of the organization, such as the beach football, you're not applying it consistently across all the eligible, all the parties who are supposedly have the ability to vote.
All right. I like what Jason is saying, because what Jason is saying, to show bad governance, so they would have brought it up to show bad governance on the part of the current JFF, having affiliates not registered. But somehow the narrative is shame on Anderson for pointing this stuff out, because now they have less chance to win. No, listen. No, what I'm saying, there's no shame on Anderson, because by bringing it up, they have done the right thing. I am saying that, why did you delay the election, though?
Manning. Let's be fair on this. There are a bunch of smart people on Anderson's side. Put Anderson aside.
Yes.
I'm sure they have thought through this and decided the strategy to employ is first delay the election through the injunction and figure it out afterwards. Trust me, I know they have thought through this. I know they're smart people. We're not giving them enough credit that they have lawyers on their side. So when lawyers get involved, management's a different story. They have looked through all the strategies to employ. They have looked through how best to get their way, and they've made a decision. In the public domain, It may not seem smart, but I'm sure they've thought through it. Trust me.
Gunners
They've thought through it.
boss say, Cranky, you're not at work in this weather. Can you get on the show? And I think
No. I'm on the bus. I just got on the bus. And I'm like, come on.
Then go on and
just get on the bus.
And free up the phone for losers like me, please.
All right, I'll get out the phone. Man. Later. No, I'm leaving work now. So I'm just getting on the bus. So I'll let Gunners boss get his Andy Warhol moment.
Please, if he's going to come on, Gunners boss, please talk about the issue we're talking about. We don't want to hear about Alabama and Nick Saban
and people owing him money.
yeah, and Neil and anything like that, please. All right?
All right, man. I'll manage. All right, later.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. 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 So I like I like that comment because listen, I said this again before, I'll say it again. All of this is showing us that as persons outside of the GFF, what it would take to win an election against the persons who are in the GFF. So if people want to run 4 years from now, regardless of who wins this one, if 4 years from now, there's a group of people who want to run, one of the things you will learn from all of this is that you need to come abreast with all the things in the Constitution. And from now, if there are things in there that needs to be changed for a more open and transparent process, you have to begin to do that. That's number one. So all of this thing is important to know what it is showing and exposing. But at the end of the day, people want to win election. And what is the best strategy to use to do that? Gunners boss.
Yes, sir. Big up yourself, man. Continue conversation for a few seconds. But watch me. Eat something.
You call the show while you're eating something to tell me to hold.
Because me know all right. Yeah, man. All right. You want me to call back? Make somebody else call. Let me call back, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh my God. All right. Anyway, so the senior camp of Coach Al Grimson will be working with and for the people who are talking about the coach don't go to game, he was at Portmore, he goes and watch JPL games, all right? He goes and watch schoolboy games. So he'll be called or picking, selecting, however you want to do it, a group of players that he will have in camp 2 days in next week. It should have been done this week, but given that there were midweek games, it was difficult. So he'll be having the camps with the players, and I know that he has desires to play a couple of friendlies with some of these players who play domestic or in USL who are available and stuff. But we have Gunners boss who was called back. He's gone again. I don't know what is going on with Gunners boss line right there. Anthony Mark. Yeah, man. Cypress Park. Look out. Next week. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. So look out. Look out. Yeah. All right. Gunners boss.
Yes, man. Big up yourself. Hold on, because the thing sound good on the big screen. You have to turn it down. Big TV, you know. I feel a 75-inch on are bigger right now, brother, in the house.
Yeah? Oh, yeah, go on, good, man.
I have to put you on the big screen, man. You know, say you're a big star boy, so I have to put the big star on the big screen.
You know you normally down there where you call it the cave down at the basement, still say, what? It cold now, so you come upstairs.
No, man, no part of the house no cool, man.
Okay, the heater working.
House no cool, man. We have a big TV all about in the house. You know, but I'm not living room there.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just, me now come talk about nothing. So I talk about your thing. So me now go make Mr. United them. You're right, man. Name is Bob. Laugh out loud. It's obvious you support crickets. All right, Mr. United. I'm not gonna upset any of you today. But man, I was just looking at this thing, how the election run in the United States. The same thing. And
so, hold on. Does the US have election for the president of the football?
yeah, let me read out something more. Me just post it in the link still. Me just post it over there. But this is what it said. Official slate of candidates confirmed for 2024 United States Soccer Vice President election. And this was on January the 4th.
So the USA actually have a similar process to us in terms of selecting who would be the president for the football of US soccer. I didn't know that they have that.
They said vice president here.
Okay.
But I want to continue to read.
You
want me to send the article?
No, man. Continue reading, man, because the people them say you read better than your type.
Okay. I can't read, remember, I didn't go to school, I run away from here 8-year-old. I never been to organized school since I was like 10 years old. 1 year of organized school in me doing up. But a porous high school.
And I check Gunners boss.
Hello?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Somebody just called and tried to knock out my call. Yeah. So as I was saying, yeah, man. See, you just put it up there. That's another one put there. That is part I just copied from the article. So what they are saying, that's why I think what they are doing in Jamaica, the way how them run the election is not people select. It looks like just two people put up themselves. Correct me if I'm wrong, Look like two people put up themselves and say, we are going to run for the election. It's not a body of people select these people. Is that how it works there?
In the US?
In Jamaica. Yeah.
No, in Jamaica, anyone can run, but you have to be an affiliate. Meaning, say if like because I am connected to a club, I could run. Okay. If you are connected, if you are like the general secretary at Arnett Gardner, the public relation officer at Arnett Gardner, Charlie Smith, you could run. Once you're connected to a football club or a school that plays football, once you're connected, you can become a candidate.
Okay.
That's how it is in Jamaica. It's kind of open, though.
Okay. Well, here is the same thing. You have to have affiliation. You have to get letters
of endorsement, like
you have to get letters from 3 people, some company and some other people
in Jamaica. In Jamaica, you have to get nominated. You have to get You have to get nomination from all 3 pillars. So you have pillar 1, pillar 2, pillar 3. You have to have 3. You have to have 1 nomination from each of those pillars. So it's a similar thing, yeah.
All right. I just not hearing you again.
I am hearing you, man.
Okay, all right. Well, I just send you the full article on your WhatsApp right now because me read good, but me not understand well. So look on it and then you can get to understand it because a lot of it to go through.
Yeah, but what you should have done though is copy and paste the link inside the comment section to other people because I can't go read that right now.
Okay, well I can do that too.
So that people in the comment section can go and read it.
And educate themselves on the situation also. Which is what we are for. That's why I'm saying I give myself the title as your unpaid intern as a there's the link I just posted. As an as your what you call it, the people the producer. So me is an unpaid intern producer for you. So you see when certain article come up, me I go take this job where me I go just look for some information because me love go up on the internet go look for things, and then we put it out here. And pick up yourself, Military Frankie. He's an honorable man. My respect is 100% to you every time. Yes. So when we look on these things now, based on what I read in this article, it seems like the the system where they're not going the right way about it, to me, based on what my understanding is of what's going on here. And I did not open up the other sections to see what's going on in there. I just read what's on the front.
Yeah.
But this is the
article,
vice president.
it just seemed like what I would want to know is how the president part go. Because maybe in the US, the election for the vice president, the tenure ends at a different time than for the president. Who is the president of US soccer?
What's his name again? I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but I can look.
And can people outside of football run? But like I said, they have to be affiliate. So let's go US soccer. Let's see, who is the US soccer president? Let's see if I can find who the president is. Let me see if I can find the name. US soccer, Sunil Gulati.
Yeah, Sunil, yeah. Gulati or something like that.
Or Sidney Parlow. No? President. Sidney will serve as president of US until the next 2021 January. Yeah. Sidney Parlow Cohen.
So when
Sidney Parlow is the president.
Yeah, Sidney Parlow Cohen. Yeah.
Yeah. So the president term of the board, you can only run 3 terms. You have the vice president. The vice president, the president can only do 3 terms. They have the youth council representative. So the president she's in her 2nd term. That is Sidney Parlow.
Yeah, and this is what her.
The vice president is Bill Taylor. The general secretary is J.T. Batson.
She's the 2nd. She's one. Go ahead, man. I'm not trying to interrupt.
No, go ahead, man. It's Sidney Parlow. Yeah. Go ahead. You go ahead.
It is Sidney Parlow. She's been there from 2020. Them say she is what?
She only has 1 term, which is part of what I think the Jamaica Football Federation needs to do. They need to have to. You should not be able. I think for the football to be effective, it should be every 2 years that there's an election. Some people are going to say that is too short for a person to get their mandate in place. But if it is 2 terms, you cannot serve more than 2 terms.
What is how much? What, 4 years a term?
Yeah, if it is 4 years, you should not go over 8. After 2 terms, you have to go. If you have 2 consecutive terms, that is it. If you win, then you lose, you can come back for a next term. But you cannot, no one should be able to serve as president. That is my thing. More than 8 years. So like in this case now, Mike Ricketts, I think, has done 6 years. Like if he gets, so the next election should have been set up where there should be an election in the next 2 years, because he would have done 2.5 terms, because he'd have finished out the Captain Horace Burrell term plus. I don't know. I think that would be better if there's a maximum of 2 terms.
Oh, so you're saying, Mr. Ricketts, after captain leave, Mr. Ricketts have hold the interim possession for 2 years, and then he got into an election.
So this is actually his first full term,
Okay, because so that means if he have to run again, he could serve another 4 years. But really, which would
make it a total of 10 years he has served. If he wins this one, it will make it a total of 10 years, because he'd have done the 2 years of Captain Burrell, this 4 years that he's completing, and the next 4 years.
So, with Mr. Ricketts now, has there been, in your opinion, any improvement since Captain Burrell left and Mr. Ricketts take over where the football is concerned?
I think there has been improvements, to be fair to them, but there's a lot of negative that has surrounded the program. All right, so the fact that we are 2 female, listen, because there are 2 teams that qualified for the Olympics, you can't take that away. Whether you want to say Nobody in the GFF had nothing to do with it. It's just that don't make any sense. You cannot participate.
Comparing.
All right, so that's two female teams. All right.
Yeah.
Under Captain Horace Burrell, I think they had like 2 U teams and a senior team. So Captain Burrell has that, right? He has two. Under his leadership as well, I think the team has done well in the in terms of on the field. The players have done well in terms of the like Gold Cup, right? They have completed the Captain Horace Burrell Center, the first one, have lights up there, accommodation. That's also something that they have been able to do. All right. So you could look at those things, the coaching thing. Those are some of the things that have come up in their whole thing, that they have started the whole certification of coaches, right? Again, what is it? What do you give credit to Michael Ricketts for? What do you give credit to the entire GFF for? You understand me? That's something as a different discussion. But when you look at those things, you have seen improvement in terms of those areas. When they talk about the whole taxation, and I know some people says it's easy to go get tax compliance certificate. You can just go and get it. No, because of the state of the football and all of the issues with monies owing and not paying, there are some issues in terms of those things, right? So the fact that they not only have the tax compliance certificate, they are also now compliant is also an achievement they say in their whole thing. The JPL under his leadership has had its biggest sponsorship as well, where every team get monies every month to help pay their salaries. So when you look at some of those things, you can say, yeah, there has been improvement. The ranking of the female team has gone up. The ranking of the male team has gone up. But in spite of that, there have been some very tumultuous occasions and times. Talk about what happened in Suriname. You talk about what happened on several occasions with the girls' team. So when you look at those things, several times, players have been stuck there, stuck here. So it's a mixture of good and bad, where the blame goes and all of that. Yeah. But I would say, coming from where Captain Burrell was to where we are now, I think we have a more information to work with. Because during Captain Horace Burrell time, you dare not talk. Remember that Captain Horace Burrell tried to get an Oral Tracy out of TVJ because he called his name.
Oh, yeah?
Of course.
I tell you what, factually speaking,
so
as a man who live overseas, even live in England and other places and live in America, I think up to now, Jamaica Football Federation, the national thing, is the most transparent of all, because people will not even know who own around US Federation and all these things. So I think we give more information to our people more than anybody else, and that's why the thing make it so difficult, because people get so much information and still want more. So no one is gonna be satisfied.
You know that Jamaica.
But I don't believe.
Sorry. I just say, hold on. I just say football guru. You know that Jamaica was one of the only Caribbean nations to play football during COVID, in terms of league.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
everybody else is shut down.
Everybody else is shut down. Yeah. But go ahead, continue what you were saying.
Yeah, man. But I and again, with as you said, there's a lot of problem and there's a lot of things need to be fixed as far as this thing is concerned, which is in most public settings. You can't get everything right, and you're not going to get most things right. It's going to take a while. But I think a lot of the blames and all these things, I think a lot of it is unwarranted, It's just because people's expectation was not met, That's why when we hear the people, like a man tell me in the group, in the chat yesterday about Donald, that ever talk about Arsenal. I never expect her come in here and tell you Arsenal going to win anything, because I don't expect anything. Whatever I get, I take it. Miami Dolphins are my team. I never tell anyone they're going to win the Super Bowl or they will make the playoff. I just watch them game by game. I troll other people's team when them say the Dallas Cowboys and these teams are going to go to the Super Bowl. I troll them and I told them it's not true because I don't see it happen. You understand what I say? Like, it's just like when the year starts. I make a post saying the Eagles
just like
and
when
the Cincinnati Bengals will make it to the Super Bowl.
What year are you talking about?
With what? Oh, somebody else you're talking to?
No. When you said the year.
The Eagles, me say, the Eagles.
Oh, I thought you said something about when year start or something like that.
Oh yeah, when this season, when the NFL season
Oh,
starts in September.
oh, you mean year? Okay.
Year, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said no because you said when the year starts. I mean, I wonder what kind of year you're talking about. It's year. Okay. Come on. No.
Oh yeah, man. I'm
mercy.
blowing smoke. I'm blowing the ear. I'm blowing smoke.
Mercy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said the Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals would have made it to the Super Bowl, and the Eagles would have won based on my projection. None of them not make it to this. None of them not even make the playoff because if you don't win the wild card game, you don't make the playoff. The wild card game is the game into the playoff, the Super Wild Card weekend. So I lose out this because, and I did just make a fool of myself because I wanted to go viral. You understand? So these things happen. So when we expect all these things and they don't happen, we go around and we say this people is not this and this is not that. But sometimes it is a lot of it is unwarranted. Now, as far as the election is concerned,
Gunners boss, hold on. Election goes. Keep that point. Did you get Brain want to find out if you got your money owed to you?
Brain, I'm not messing with those people. Stop it. Management one. You notice when management open up the show, the thing, management say a lot of things to me subliminally when he open up the show. And I understand when my boss attacks. I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there, sir. If there's a show for that one day, we will talk about it. But we have to keep those things until Cranky start up in channel and we can go over there. I'm not going to do none of that over here.
I don't know what
ask him, Lendrin, do you want to pay that bill for them? If you want to pay that bill for them,
what bill? I don't know what you're talking about. But continue with
exactly, sir.
This election.
Exactly, sir. Yeah. So now this election now. So when they reschedule the election for, or it's not rescheduled yet?
No, there's no date yet.
So since there is no date, and when is the term? When the term up? But Mr. Ricketts find this term.
Well, the term is up already.
So presently we don't even have a president to
according to the Constitution, the person will act until the
So presently, so let's just say now, presently Mr. Ricketts is back to him interim position.
No. How FIFA does it is right. If you don't have a president, if you don't have leadership, you're not an MA, so you're deregistered from FIFA. So how FIFA does it, you have to have the election by 4 years. If for whatever reason you don't have an election, the person who is or was the president remains in office until the election.
Okay.
So if there's a FIFA function, Michael Ricketts would represent Jamaica as the president of Jamaica's football.
Presently. And the people, somebody said something about St. James or somebody would not vote because they was not registered or something like that. I think I see that when Cranky came in. Cranky was so me never know say if you was not a registered. So before, if you haven't registered, you could have actually voted.
Well, our understanding is that all these years where the parishes were voting, they were not registered. But I think because of the new constitution, registration as a business, a company, became a part of what also qualifies you.
Okay. So each parish.
So remember, even the last election, it was Ricketts, I think 8, and the other person 5, whomever I ran against. I don't even remember. So because it was 13 votes. So all of those times, Captain Burrell, I think, won by the same 8-5 or 9-4, something like that, right? So the idea is they have always voted, but they redid the constitution, and part of the requirement was registration as a company.
All right, people in the comments, if you want to get on, well, bro, I agree a lot of how people want the JFF to operate isn't done anywhere in the world. True that. That's what I say football guru. That's how it goes. With the people want the JFF to operate like their personal government.
You cannot really comment them while you're watching a talk on the phone same time. Which one you want to do?
No, we are not. We not. The man, when me look, me see he. Actually, me see him tag my name to it. You know, me just look at me see the name tag to it, so me just respond to it.
All
So
right,
him
my
agree
boss.
with. He is one of the smart person that comment. The winner. One of the winner agree with the loser. Thank you very much for agreeing with me, sir. Because you know the people them don't really agree with me too much like that, you know. But people that comment, you know, if you want to talk, you know, just I'm watching the comment. Just tell me to lift up, you know, and put up the circles them, and I will go. Because if no one is calling, I will stay here all day with Manning's man, you know, because today is a snowy day and I'm inside for the rest of the day. I tell Manning's man to drop the link that the company show. But it don't really matter, you know, so show soon finish. I'm gonna see if I can find my super chat and pay. Let's see if my daughter upstairs in her room. So Manning's man, I'm gonna break. As I said, and I will get back to you if anything.
Like you said that. So I'm hosting a program, but you are going on a break. I like that.
No, man. Me I go look for my daughter to pay me super chat on Friday.
All right, big up. I appreciate
if
that.
anything, I do that and I will call back afterwards because I need the phone.
I appreciate that. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
All right. That's Gunner's boss for you. Faithful support of the platform. Lots of respect. You understand me? Big up to Gunner's boss. Management, what is the ambiguity with intercall? Like a lot of times, people really don't. I think people believe that I am involved in the football more than I really am. I don't follow up these things unless there's something in the news and I said, okay, let me just check on it. Like that. I don't know, but I can check out and get the details. I always like to call. The issue I'm having is that sometimes and I don't want to put myself in a place where I am open to be manipulated by information, because sometimes the information you get it is not inaccurate, it's just one-sided. So, for example, if I'm going to, a lot of the stuff that I've shared, I have heard from both sides. So when I spoke about even because I spoke to someone from that side who felt like they should have gone ahead with the election. And I spoke to someone from the other side who said, well, they made a misstep because all they have done is delayed the process, which allows us to register. So when before I speak on the things, for the most part, I try to get a reaction from both sides. I know some people going to still think I have a lean into a particular side, and that is fine. But I try my best to be as balanced as possible in my views. All right? So that's one. I think one of the only issues, if somebody says, well, you always have Richards and not hold on a sec. We have parish council. 876 parish council. What's going on?
Good day. Man. Blessed mornings, man.
Blessings to you, man. Sorry about I know the last time. Sorry. The last time you called, I wasn't able to because I had to end the show. So my apologies for that. You understand me? I think I ended the show. It was the same day with the phone call with Dake, one thing. So
yeah, you would have seen the inconvenience, if you did answer. But that's a good one.
Yeah.
But I kind of drift off topic a little, not far off, but just a little bit. Because I was just earlier, I watched the Cavaliers, the replay. Cavaliers and the last match them played the other day, man.
Harborview?
No, but there was a game that they played recently. I don't remember. I don't know if it was most recent, but I want to see on Sportsmax, so I say, I watch it,
The Cavaliers just beat Harborview.
Yeah, it wasn't that game then. It wasn't that game. I believe it was either Lime Hall or one of those teams, but that's not really the point. What more I ask the Mannings, man? What are the ambitions when a player leaves Jamaica, right, playing in the National Premier League and gets an opportunity to go overseas and play football? What are the ambitions? Not of the player himself, but of the fans.
The club, you're talking
The
Humble Lion.
onlookers.
You're talking Humble Lion when they defeated Humble Lion.
Yes, Humble Lion. Yes, that is the game I was watching. And why I said that is the comments I heard from the commentators when they saw Richard King and another player who came back from whichever team.
Atkinson, Dwayne Atkinson.
Atkinson. It sounded as if it was a homecoming. You know, the commentators didn't. Yes, I understand that they're commentating and they might not be able to share your full view, but the impression I got was this was a big homecoming for these young, talented players who went overseas for we would want to say lesser teams and basically failed.
Let me say this. No, you see, this is the issue now. So if a player comes back to Jamaica, we say the player has failed, which is not the case. So let me just take some time and go through this. I'm going to start with one of the most recent cases, which is Parker Blocks, Fabian Reed, who was in India playing in the top flight leagues there, and he came back because he was not being paid. All right? That's his reason for coming back. Let me just go international, and then I come back to your story and explain something to you. So, Jordan Henderson came back from Saudi Arabia, all right, for reasons. Sometimes when a player return, it has nothing to do with not being paid, but other factors. So Richard King and Dwayne Atkinson were bought on loan for the end of the season. And if the team stayed up because the team was fighting relegation, and this is what I'm going to get to a point. So if the team stayed up, they would have kept them on. The team got relegated because they weren't able to accumulate enough points. So part of the plan is that if the team got relegated, they'll come back to Jamaica and try to find a next club to go to. So did they fail if the team got relegated? Yeah. So sometimes, and the reason why these things happen and are said is because when the players are leaving Jamaica, the clubs don't come out and talk to the fans. That's what I was saying 2 days ago, that we have to be begging, and in Jamaica, everything is a big secret. So you see players leave Jamaica and nobody knows the details because everybody hiding what is happening. The real truth is, that even whisper he's at Chelsea, we don't know the details and the arrangement. We only knew that he was signed. Like those things, there should have been an interview that outlined the stuff. And why I'm saying that, all right, let me give you that, like the guy at Mount Pleasant, Devante Campbell. Devante Campbell is going to come back to Jamaica. He may go back, but after 10 days, he's coming back. Whether he does good.
That's the one that went to Charlton.
Yeah, he's coming back 10 days. In
10 days.
So he went there for 10 days. So he's coming back. So is it that he failed because the arrangement is that 10 days and he's going to come back? And then they will look at him some more in Jamaica and assess him to see if they want to sign him. Maybe they do it in January, but they could do it in the summer. Did he fail?
But in that aspect, the impression that the readers or myself, when I read that statement, it sounded as if he was going to the club to play. No one knows, like it's a visiting or a trial or whatever you want to call it.
That is why I blame the clubs, because the clubs need to come out and let people ask the question: are you looking to sign a permanent deal and stuff like that? I just feel like we don't get an opportunity to ask these questions. So we fill in the gap. We fill in the gap and say, I try to go make the team, and the man them don't want him. That is why they're running back at Jamaica. Every time we say that, when we don't know the full details, because the clubs are not doing it. You see how Timar Lewis and them, and they just hear them gone here. You don't ever loan, you don't know. You don't know what is the circumstances by which they go.
Yeah, but man, should we hold the clubs, and I'm speaking specifically to Cavaliers, because we put a lot of pressure on Cavaliers. Remember I called the last time and said Rudolph Speed needed to get fired, for not winning any of the major trophies, right? We put a special emphasis on Cavaliers because Rudolph Speed is an A-licensed coach. This is the way you call the creme de la creme of coaches, right? And where you send these players are important. So the club should be held responsible. Cavaliers should be held responsible for sending two of maybe, I would have to say, or elite players to clubs of those calibers that are on the verge of getting relegated. What is the benefit of that? For them to now come back home and appears for the onlookers to have failed. Because all you see is them come back, and once you see a man come back, it's like a deportation thing, you know. Go foreign and come back.
Man, you got so far about deportation, man.
Oh, just say, when you look on it, when you see our young talent, them, like, I suppose Kareem Paris should just come back home now. The people, them now going to say, no, man, we don't understand this. You get what I say? So the man himself needs to look at the opportunities that are available for the players and make proper decision.
But
proper technical decision.
But Carla, all right. So there are a couple of things, right? There are a couple of things. All right. I remember when Trevante Stewart was going to Italy. There are people who believe and still believe that he should not have gone to Italy.
Yeah, maybe I stretched too far, and we kind of see it in the game time and the
but so here's my point. So, if an opportunity, remember this is Jamaica. You need a work permit to go out. People believe like a Jamaican can just get up and go to England. You know? It took Whisper a year to complete his move, and we still have not yet seen him play. We don't know how long that is going to take before we even see him in the Chelsea senior team. I'm hoping that would be like soon, even this year. We don't know how long that is going to take. So sometimes players will go to a lesser league to build from there, because playing outside of Jamaica sometimes gives you greater spotlight, all right, than if you stay in Jamaica and play in the league here. So sometimes the opportunity to go overseas is to go there and build from there so you can go further. It is not a permanent place. It is just a stopping point on a journey. So I would not beat down the league. What I would say is that let the people know what is the purpose for going there. All right? Because if you're there, you may be able to move to Denmark. It may be easier for you to move to Finland, or maybe easier for you to move to Switzerland if you play there often. And then you have to look at it. Where do the Icelandic players move to? A lot of them normally move over into like the second tier in Germany. So maybe there's a door there and you have to go into certain spaces to break through.
But I realize that a lot of the Cavaliers players are not able to open those doors when they venture overseas. I was just thinking to myself, and I said, boy, Arnett have Andrew Price of the Shamark and Boss, and maybe even my boy used to play for Bridgeport Manning Cup team, Bigger, Thompson, Portmore, Rudolph, Aston. Where is the elite player that we can point to that left from Cavaliers and went on to find themselves in the top tier football?
So Karim Paris,
where is that?
Karim Paris played for a top team in the Ukraine and even played in the Champions League.
Karim Paris is playing. Karim Paris playing in the Champions League.
Yeah. He played in
this Champions League.
No, man. Karim Paris when he was at. Yeah. Remember Karim Paris was in Ukraine. Yes, was in Ukraine playing.
Okay, so Shakhtar Donetsk are, because I compare the level of ballers that have left Jamaica, right? And I'm asking, where is that elite player that left from Cavaliers and went on to become a star player in Europe? And you want us to point to Karim Paris? That is the player that.
I'm saying that is a Cavaliers player that has moved. Remember now. All right.
So he's the biggest achievement.
No, man. You can't ask me a question and then you put on. You can't ask me a question and then you put on what you want to put on it. My answer is my answer. If you want to ask me a different question, you can ask me a different question.
That is the same question, man. Where is the elite player that left from Cavaliers and went on
I believe
to become a superstar?
So here's what you're saying. So I don't believe that there's a player who has left from Jamaica from any club at all who have gone on to be a superstar. None.
None at all.
In the history of Jamaica football, in my opinion, there's never been a player who left from Jamaica and went on to be a superstar. None. You have to tell me one.
Not even Fuller, not even Ricardo Fuller, Manny's man.
So Ricardo Fuller was a superstar in the EPL?
For we, I saw me like, this how him go score a goal and dominate. General Luton, Sheldon, superstar player, I consider them.
No, well, you okay.
Jamaican status.
So you're talking about if you're talking about Jamaican superstar, that is a different thing. When I think about superstar, I'm thinking about like the player that is the biggest, like we say, is a superstar is Leon Bailey when he come on to club football in Jamaica.
Yeah. Well, Leon kind of reached, aspire to reach that level quite soon.
Fuller is a big baller, but was Fuller a superstar in the EPL? Leon Bailey is in the superstar class in the EPL, in the Premier League.
Maybe superstar was an exaggeration there. So maybe need to retract that, because in your mind you might think higher than what me I think when me say superstar. You understand? But again, I just say if you're a license coach, I think me I take up me a pick one speed, but this man is a elite. This man is the elite coach in Jamaica with him license.
Sir, the man just Carla. The man, when did Speed get the A license? The man don't have the A license.
About a year ago or less than a year ago.
The man don't have the A license 6 months.
Yeah, about that.
The man don't have the A license 6 months, and you start judging him already.
Enterprise never have A license when Shamar transition into Europe.
So
and you can point to
hold on. So you believe that? Shamar. Remember that Shamar went again. Remember that Shamar never went into a top league.
Yeah, but I still him teaching from yard, similar to Leon Bailey. You have to go back to the roots.
But how when I use Kaim Paris, you're not giving credit for that though.
No, that's why I ask if I can say to people, like if me have a convo, can I say Karim Paris is the best product that has left for Cavaliers? And if we can agree, then we will work with that.
Yeah, right now he is, but they also have two players who could do well. Because remember Colin Anderson and they started out in lower tiers. Remember they also have this guy called Kenroy Campbell that is over there as well, and he's making his way through the lower leagues. All right, people. People. All right. Listen, the Premier League don't have a lot of superstars, Ricardo Fuller is a good player. Ricardo Bibi Gardner was a top player for many years at Bolton. To say that Ricardo Gardner... Teddy Johnson never ever played 10 years in the... Just listen, they are big. In Jamaica's footballing archives, they will. You cannot say that in EPL football, these guys are superstars.
No, I wouldn't say that, man. I said that I was retracting.
No, man. I'm talking about the there's a RR saying that he's using, for example, that Fuller destroyed all the top 6 sides in the EPL. That don't mean that because all right. So here's the thing.
I remember you have Demar Phillips, you have Dean Richards, you have Taxi Man. All of these players came from to me, Our superstar player them there. That's my personal opinion.
Right, so let me just
Andrew
go put what I'm
Blake,
saying. So Cavaliers have this Kenroy Campbell, who he has been overseas now for years. Around 2 seasons now, right? So he can still make it big. Colin Anderson is there. Ronaldo Webster is there. And they are still young players. King is going to go back overseas, you know. Soon, you know. Probably.
Yeah,
but all right. Yeah, you understand that?
But
listen what I'm saying. How old do you think King is?
It's in I think maybe 2021 there about this one speed recruitment thing.
So the point I'm making is that where he goes may not be as important. Is what he does where he goes. So he can
because when you see when you see Trevante Ghana Syria already and Mount Pleasant just pop up on the scene.
Do you know that? Do you know that people? Hold on. Well, here's why you can't use that to a parish council. Do you know that people believe that Ronaldo Cephas is a better player than Trevante? You know, many people believe that.
Me believe that too.
All right, but Trevante went to Syria. Look where Cephas went to.
So I say sometimes it may be different factors that leads players to different clubs.
Yeah. So sometimes. But
if you have a top talent, though, man, then maybe you need to reach out to some of these networks and don't just be within yourself and put the players where you can get connections. Maybe you need to just lower your thing a bit and reach out to people and say, hey, I have a top player, you know. I don't want to go Iceland, I don't want to go India and the league we're not even seeing on TV. Can you make a connection for us? You understand? Sometimes maybe that have to happen because I was looking up on the Marsh, Messi, the Marshall, and a lot of the players them not really matriculate to elite clubs. And I'm saying Mr. Speed is in the football long enough now that we should be able to point to several players.
There are people. All right, let me ask you this. Do you believe that Neville Burtis Bell is a bigger coach than Rudolph Speed?
I don't want to share my views on Mr. Bell, you know, because I have mad respect for him, you know, but I don't believe him so vested in the football as we would want him to be. So no.
All right, so here's the point I'm making. There are other coaches.
But Andrew Price and them man are bigger coaches.
But let me make my point. Let me make a point. Do you know that Rudolph Speed, in the time that he is in the league, has sent the most young players out of Jamaica, though? If you go from Messi, Marsh, and stuff like that, all of these guys, Nicholas Hamilton, Alex Marshall was a Cavaliers player as well. Ryan Miller was a Cavaliers player as well. Like I said, Kaim Paris, Colin Anderson,
Niku
Daly, and thing. All right. So the point I'm making is that while you remember, Cavaliers has not been back in the league 10 years yet, you know. Cavaliers has not been in the Premier League 10 years yet, you know.
So afford him some time.
Maybe because their coaches have been coaching in the Premier League longer than and they don't have one player who go anywhere.
All right. May I afford him some time, but you know, as me say, and this is a what would I say now? This is me of showing respect for him despite of me being critical, you know, because of is when acquire, despite you say I 7-6 in have it 6 months yet. So all right, give him one next 2 years. And see if he can develop that player, that key player, that I would have to say that Leon Bailey, that Shamar Nicholson. We want to see that player coming out of Cavaliers that is said to be Jamaica's #1 Premier League team. Me beg to differ. Me a cheer for Mount Pleasant. They look like them have a better plan, but the numbers suggest that Cavaliers is our number one team.
Do you know that Cavaliers is leading the Premier League?
Yeah, man. Them catch up in them games and stuff like that, and them games in hand. Cause me I listen to leader, and that is what even led me to make this call, because I think people were being too lenient. Because the last time I checked, but had some players overseas, and each time those players' team get relegated, it is worldwide news. And you are now saying that the teams that these players went to got relegated, and then no mention was made of it. You understand? Which I find to be somewhat of leniency on the part of Mr. Speed. But they will afford him some more years, 2 more years.
Yeah.
If he develop and give us that top player that the country needs.
All right. We're gonna take we have Tiga who has joined us. So pick up yourself as usual. 876 yeah, man. All right. So people. So RR, isn't that what I said? Ricardo Gardner was a superstar at Bolton. Fuller was a superstar at Stoke. He's a cult hero at Stoke. Was Ricardo Fuller a superstar in the EPL? That is the question. When he played, was he a superstar in there? So who is a superstar? In the world of football right now, how many superstars are out there? Come on now. Nobody's questioning the man's ability, because this is going to move from one. If you say somebody is not a superstar, that don't mean that the person is not good. Tiga, go ahead. I'll make a point.
All right, man, I hear your point, and welcome, viewers and subscribers.
You can't welcome me.
Welcome, Mr. Manningsman. Mr. Manningsman, is I'm live? Am I live? I want to know if I'm live, you know. I'm live. One of me live, you know. No must see me? Okay, no must see me. Pick up yourself. All right, me live. Okay. Big respect to all of the viewers and subscribers. Hey, Manningsman, I tell you now, and the sweetest show that, you know, I tell you, the sweetest show that, you know, they show them. And the sweetest show that, I tell you, Rasta, sweetest show. I love it. I love that show there. Love that show there. But anyway,
you love
with due respect to Mr. Speed, my friend, Mr. Speed, I know my body mouth sometime and in like me and in like me. But anyway, big respect to Mr. Speed. You respect. To me, he's one of the best Premier League coach. All right? So if you look at time, Cavaliers, they win the league with youth players and stuff like that. I respect him. I lift my hat to him. But you were saying the amount of players that he shipped out. What are the clubs? What are the clubs that he shipped them out to? You understand? Because I know of players back in the day had similar, could have gone to a lot of clubs, but those clubs wasn't their desire. They wanted to go into first in the UK. You understand? They even rather to play even the Division 3, more than even go to the MLS clubs. Some of the players, so that's why some of the players them never really go out, because their dream and aspiration was to go in the UK. So my question to you is, what are the clubs these players, Mr. Speed, send them out to?
It don't, because Mr. Speed don't send players to clubs. Players have agents.
Our clubs buy them.
Hold on. A player
are the agents then? You are saying that, did you know that Mr. Speed sent out the most clubs?
Hold on. You're going to ask me a question and let me answer it, or you're going to answer the question for me that you
but me I try, but you don't understand the question, I try to clarify it. But go ahead, answer.
Ask me the question again.
All right, you were saying that Mr. Speed is one of the coach, is a coach that sent out the most. Did you ask the question, did you know that Mr. Speed is one of the coaches that sent out one of the most young players overseas? Huh?
Yeah.
And I was asking, can you tell me these clubs that Mr. Speed sent them to? Because I know a lot of players could have gone overseas, right? And they stick to the Premier League, which you call the JPL now, because their desire was to go into Europe and not into other countries to play the more leagues.
We're not discussing who didn't up to go, T-Got. We're discussing
You're right,
who
but
went.
that's why I know that, but I'm just
It don't
asking
matter.
you.
If the call and I was discussing.
But can you, all right then, management, this is my question to you.
But you asked me a question already. May I try answer the question? You stop me.
Okay,
All right.
yeah, just tell me the name of the clubs them. I just want the name of the clubs them. Tell me the name of the clubs them that the players they went to.
All right.
Of course it matters.
No. T-Got. The call and I was discussing players leaving to go overseas. Where players go is not important in that context. What I am asking you, why is it important to know what club the players go to?
Because
if he is not
the point.
Remember, the players they have an agent, and if your agent, like Kenroy Campbell, I believe his name is, his agent, International Dimension, says I have a contract for you in North Macedonia. What is wrong with his agent wanting him to go there?
This is that, this is what I'm saying. My point that I'm trying to make to you, that other Premier League teams and coaches could have imported a lot of ballers elsewhere, but they didn't desire that.
Export.
Huh?
What I'm exporting?
Thank you, sir. Export a lot of ballers to else club, but they didn't want that. They wanted to go into Europe, the UK.
No. So T-Got, here's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right. I don't understand the point you're making. Though.
The point you were trying to make. Hold on now. The point where you were trying to make, that I got that understanding of, that Mr. Speed is the only coach in Jamaica.
No, I said only coach.
No, that's a matter of the point. Yeah, that is my point. That is my opinion. And my opinion, I tell you how me get it. As a matter how me get it.
So you respect what I said, that Speed is the only coach in Jamaica that send people overseas. That is what
I never said. No, the most, not the only. The most.
Yeah, but you just said only. All right.
No, hold on, no. The most. That's why you have to wait till we finish.
T-Got, all right.
The most.
T-Got, I'm going to let you finish. Just slow down. Focus. Calm down.
But you're not listening to me.
All right.
You're not listening to me.
T-Got, I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to give you 10 minutes to explain yourself.
No, I don't want 10 minutes. 10 minutes too enough. I don't want 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 too enough though. Maybe take 2 or 1. I am saying to you, you said that did you know that Mr. Speed is one of the coach that export some of the most young players ever? That was your question. And I'm asking you the question, can you tell me the name of these clubs that these coach go to? Because the point I'm going to, some of these league that these players went to, they're not even better than the JPL. Even though they went going overseas and played, they're not better than the JPL. That is just my point. So it never made no sense. Maybe it's financially better for the club, but not for the player. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
And then in additional, when my baller Onandi Low left the World Cup, did you know that he got bought from the Mexican side for over $250,000 and he refused it because he didn't want to go there? And he went and he played in the MLS and then he went and go to Europe. So I'm saying that similar people got contract to go else club, but they refuse it. So the point where you try to make that Mr. Speed export more player, they really want nothing because with where he send them? Did he send them to elite clubs where they can go make them name? No, him got them send them to some league where we not even know about them. We not say this player in a certain country and play some D3 and D4. Some D4 football. You understand? And we wonder which league that. We have to Google it.
All right. So can
I understand for find out the league with them there.
Can I ask you a question? Can I make my point now? So let me
mute my mic.
Let me make my statement again. Mr. Speed is one of the coaches who moved the most young players out of Jamaica. That is Cavaliers. Undeniable. Whether you want to think they go to bad clubs, terrible clubs, worthless clubs, the point is he does it. If you go back in the days, you could say Harborview and Portmore. If you want to add Phoenix Academy to it, you can add Phoenix Academy. But he's in the category of those. I also said to the caller that there are coaches who have been in the Premier League longer than Mr. Speed and Cavaliers, and they have not moved as many players as he has done. Whether or not other players chose not to go to those clubs or clubs that are similar is not the discussion. If you want to come and say, well, Cavaliers should not have sent the players where they sent them because those clubs are not good. That place in Europe is worse than JPL. That is your opinion. The players have agents. When the agent come and say, I have this deal for you, it is imperative that the player make a decision. Not so that T-God can say that he's in a decent club, but so that he can take care of his family and get the experience. And if he believes it's an opportunity to develop him, he is being developed. So, for example, when the Phoenix players went to Malta, that is what was best for them as a part of their development. You can't come out and knock them and say they shouldn't go there. In the same way I said, when people are saying that Trevante should not have gone to Italy, I said, are you mad? Take the money, because even if after 1 year they don't want you, the experience would have been good, you take care of your family, and you can go elsewhere. We don't get to determine where players go. That is their agent and the deal. All Speed want to know, or the club want to know, is that I am supposed to get $1 and me get me $1. Argument done. Me have a sell-on clause, me will get 10 cents, me will get me 10 cents. Because his job is not to find the best club for his players. That is not his job. That is the agent job. He's a coach. And that applies for everybody. He's not an agent. The agent job is to get the best deal for the player. See, no make T got cut off of the thing trying to talk about the white squall and all of them thing there. We make the man cut off and go, hey man, I use it bar, right, people? The man come off of the thing.
No, hold on. Yo, you see the one? Yo, I can't take the one triple E, you know. I swear, I can't take triple E. I can't take triple E. I swear I can't take triple E. Yo, triple E, I can't take you. I swear. You're my friend. Yo, I can't take triple E, I swear. Triple E, yo, I can't take you. Yeah, man, I have to reach you the Vaseline. I reach you Vaseline. Yeah, man, triple E. In time I look to the rear view mirror and say, and cause the snow and all them thing there. Yeah, man, triple E, I can't deal with the triple E. I'm a friend still. Anyway, go and talk, man. Now listen.
Right. So that is my point. A coach, remember, all Speed have to do is that, okay, I want Richard King. I don't know who his agent is, but I know, like, even the guy named Ken Roy, who is in North Macedonia, I believe he had a thing. Kevin Cohen. In fact, Kevin Cohen was Kaheem Paris's agent before he got to Cavaliers. He actually took him to Waterhouse, and then he felt like it would have been difficult, so he took him to Cavaliers. So Speed didn't determine where Kaheem Paris went. Speed did not determine where Ken Roy went. Speed didn't determine where Ronaldo Webster went, nor Colin Anderson. It's not Speed who determined that. It's their agent. They have agents. So you're saying that Speed should tell the agent, do not send the players here.
No, because financial. No, I'm not saying that because financially the club are going to benefit. But I'm just saying.
No, not only that.
Club.
Let me ask
the player.
Does a club?
Player, it will benefit the player.
Here's what I'm asking you, T-God. Here's my question to you. Should a club stop the player from going to a club that his agent want him to go?
Management, man, it's in this time, it's in this day and age, not back in the thing. It's in this day and age. It's once you're making money, because guess what? A prime example. My next baller, my son baller, Damian Lowe, make a move where nobody never like. When he went to out of East and make a whole of money, he told him that it was a financial move. You understand? To a club that never whatever. And he make the money and then him come back and he must star up things. You understand? Nowadays, it don't really matter which club you go. Financially, you go financially to benefit yourself and your family. My point I was just trying to make is that some of these clubs where these players go, you understand, it never really make that work well. To improve them game and stuff, it never really make no sense. It don't make no sense. If it's a financial move, yeah, fine. But to develop them and improve them, it never make no sense.
What I'm asking you is how that comes down to speed if the players have agent moving them. That's all I'm asking.
No, because I mean how that comes down to speed. But how it comes down to speed. All right, hold on now. All right, boss. I hear you, I hear you. So how it comes down to speed for speed, say him import more, export more players than all the coaches in the Premier League. Or it comes down to it don't come down to speed, it comes down to the agent.
But that is a club because the players are from the club. So for example, that's you missed that. So when you say, for example, in England, hold on. When you say in England, right? Southampton export or move on most players to some of the top clubs. And when you look at Van Dijk and Mane and Theo Walcott and Oxlade Chamberlain and Chelsea just buy, I think, a player from down there and sing. That is part of it. So it is a club you can look at a coach and say this coach was there. I don't understand the point you're making, T-Gat.
No, but you say, oh, Mr. You are the one in the rest of. You are adding and minus things from Mr. Speed. Credibility. You understand? You add things when you want to add, and then you minus when you want to minus.
T-Gat, my argument is steady. T-Gat, here's what you are saying. You are saying why Speed?
No, Rasta, your argument is steady, Rasta. Your argument shaky, man. It's shaky.
T-Gat.
Yeah, man, it's shaky.
T-Gat. Mr. Speed, don't tell Kaim Paris where to go. Why you can't understand that?
All right, his agent do, and the club benefit.
Exactly. So where are the players coming from? So who? Wouldn't you give credit to Arnett Gardens for Ronaldo Cephas?
Credit to Arnett Gardens, of course.
All right. Was Paul T-Gat Davis and Eric Rademacher as a part of his development at Arnett? Should they get any credit?
Listen, you see that one kind of tricky, you know.
So they should not get no credit.
Davis come in. Hold on, let me get my point, Rasta. When Paul T-Gat Davis, we're using Paul T-Gat Davis as an example, all right? And Cephas. When Paul T-Gat Davis meet Cephas, Cephas was already a developed footballer. You understand? Paul T-Gat Davis come with some strategy, some formation, and the player apply where we learn from back in the days and stuff like that. So you're gonna give Paul T-Gat Davis credit for all of the thing where the player come through, because Paul T-Gat Davis just come and do some formula and the coach, and him just follow the coach instruction.
All right, so I'm going to see that you're the good.
Hold on. Let me example.
Hey, T-Gat, I don't want me to have the cranky moment. You ask me a question.
No, I'm not have the crank. No, but you messing up. Me my time to answer something. Let me get an example.
But you ask me a question.
I'm not asking a question yet. My question is this to you now.
Of course, no. Of course, you ask me a question. T-Gat, you ask me a question. Are you not?
No, I'm not asking a question. Don't tell me to ask you a question. I'm not asking a question.
You want me to repeat the question, T-Gat?
No, wait, but I'm never tell you my question now. I don't me say.
Yo, go ahead.
My question is to you. Does Pep make Haaland a better player?
Of course. Of course.
So Alan was not complete a striker when him get to before him get to Manchester City.
Wait about complete. So hold on the cheese and peace, Teagat. I'm so disappointed in you.
No man, I'm disappointed in you. Because I go on, see your point.
So
Go on.
hold on. Has Unai Emery made Leon Bailey a better player?
No, the style, no man. Leon Bailey has strike for him there, Germany, man.
Oh,
and
okay.
The style of play.
So Leon Bailey
fitting now how Leon Bailey and what Gerard Nado, what Steven Gerrard was doing.
Teagat, nobody Teagat. So basically, what you're let me. So basically,
go ahead.
Basically, Leon Bailey is a said player he was at Leverkusen. He has not improved.
He was better at Leverkusen. He just come up on a farm now. It is proven. He was scoring more. Wasn't he scoring more in Leverkusen?
So when Kevin
wasn't he? Hold on. Answer my question. Hold on, you know answer my question. Wasn't he scoring more goals in Leverkusen than in Aston Villa?
They're two different leagues. What Tiga? What kind of reason? Tiga, listen, man. What kind of nonsense?
No, Rasta. You see you better about your back pedal. Your back pedal, Rasta. Your back pedal. Yes, Rasta, your back pedal. Me answer the question. Wasn't Leon?
Tigat, you're muted. You're muted, Tigat. You're muted, Tigat. Because you need to listen. People, I'm so disappointed in this conversation. I'm going to let Tigat talk because I'm baffled. You see, Tigat is saying that Leon Bailey is not improving, not me. Leon Bailey is improving. Tigat said he's not. Tigat is saying all Leon Bailey is doing is coming back to form. Because Tigat is saying Unai Emery really don't do anything. So that means nobody can tell me that Pep is a coach. Because Pep did not advance Kevin De Bruyne game because he was a developed player. He didn't advance Haaland game because he was a developed player. He didn't advance Sterling game who was coming from Liverpool, advanced player. He didn't advance Yaya Toure game. So tell me one player that Pep has improved, seeing that they were all advanced players when he get them. Are you serious, brother? Are you trying to troll me? You just came here today on Super Friday to not give me a super sticker, but give me super problems. Tell me that is what you came to do.
Oh, my time. Yes, spoke to man, mute me. All right? Now I'm back. Now, I'm saying to him, wasn't Leon Bailey, when he was in Germany at Leverkusen, scoring more goal than what he's doing in Aston Villa? That's all the question I asked him, you know. Wasn't Leon
of course he was scoring more goal. Of course he was scoring more goal.
You say, all right, and I'm going to ask you, out of Leverkusen and Aston Villa, which club is the bigger club?
Cheese and peace. Which league is the bigger league? That is the first you need to answer.
No, me ask you a question. Me not ask you the league. Me ask you which club is the biggest club. And that me ask you. Me never ask about the league, Rasta. Me ask about the club.
Aston Villa. Bigger club than Leverkusen.
Aston Villa is bigger than Leverkusen, my youth. No, I'm not a German fan.
You know Aston Villa won in Europe already, Tigat. Go and check your history, bro.
No.
Aston Villa won Premier League and won in Europe. Aston Villa's won everything. What is wrong with you?
So Leverkusen never won nothing at all? Wait, say Leverkusen never won nothing at all?
Are you saying that? What are you using to put Leverkusen over Aston Villa, brother?
Okay. All right.
What makes Leverkusen a bigger club than Aston Villa?
Yes, all right. You know what?
Which is bigger, Tigat?
I know you're raising my blood pressure in that man's man. I swear, you're raising my blood pressure.
Tigat, which league is bigger? The Bundesliga or the Premier League?
No, it's not bigger.
Tigat.
It's not bigger. It's not bigger.
Which league is tougher?
Which league is mostly watched?
No, Tigat. Which league is tougher to score?
Which league is Which league?
You can ask me what I can answer that question. Answer my question. Which league is tougher to score 20 goals in?
Not the English Premier League. Everybody know that.
So if Leon scores,
Not because
let me finish, no, man. So if Leon Bailey scored 20 goals in the Bundesliga with Leverkusen, and then scored 10 goals in the Premier League with Aston Villa in the Premier League, which one you believe is a big achievement?
But my point is to you that wasn't Leon Bailey scoring more goals?
No. So
was Leon Bailey scoring more goals when was at Leverkusen that way was in Aston Villa?
Hey, you know we can easily mash up this easy. Diaby was scoring a lot of goals and he can't. How Diaby not scoring so much goals in the Premier League? Why?
Because he's not seasoned in the league yet.
Oh, so you believe that when Diaby season in the league, he might go score 20 odd goals in the Premier League?
Well, if that them broke Leon Bailey foot.
What are you
Yo. Yo, I tell you,
do you know Timo Werner?
Of course, we know Timo no good, brother.
No.
But
Do you know that
Timo
Werner? Hold on. Do you know that Timo Werner was banging in goals in the Bundesliga before he came? That's why they paid so much money for him.
Yeah, but him got the wrong club, Rasta. Him got the wrong club. Oh, if you go Chelsea, brother.
Do you know Mario Götze? Or Götze?
No, you're talking about. I'm saying to you, why did Timo go to Chelsea? You can't send a good baller to a Rocks team, brother.
Listen. The point I'm making.
No, Rasta. No, you see, Rasta, you move the goalpost to the Rasta.
How can I move goalpost?
You're moving the goalpost, Rasta. You're moving the goalpost.
You know that Kai Havertz. You know that Kai Havertz left Leverkusen the year before Leon Bailey got there. And came to Chelsea.
Okay.
He was scoring a lot of goals at Leverkusen.
All right, hold on. All right, I'm putting this to you now. I'm putting this to
we need to ask again.
I understand your point. I understand your point.
Tiga, based on your argument, who has Pep ever improved in his coaching career?
Hold on, man.
No, answer me.
You see these coaches? You see these coaches nowadays? Hold on, I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. Allow me to answer your question. I'm answering your question. You see these coaches nowadays, you understand? They don't improve coach like Wenger, like what Wenger used to do when he was at Arsenal. Be a young baller, improve. These coaches do. All these coaches do now by already built footballers, yeah, for putting at them system. Them already buy players that already developed and built to put in them system. This is what these coaches do. These coaches don't coach anymore. They don't coach players no more. They don't take players. They don't take players. They have a system. Remember, answer a question.
You're not answering me. You're gone on the freeway. You take the highway. You take the turnpike.
No, I'm not taking the freeway, but me just answer a question.
So we are do so long.
You tell me which player Pep something they build. Did he build Messi? Did he build all of these players? All of these big players? When Barcelona and this did he build them?
Tigat.
No. Them players they already built.
Tigat. Let me ask you the question again. Tell me a player.
Yeah, right. Answer the question and then repeat the same question with my answer.
You don't answer the question.
What do you mean answer the question?
What was the answer?
Me tell us that these coaches know what they are.
I never asked you about these coaches, I asked you about Pep.
I mean, Pep not falling night too.
So
Mourinho and the whole of them falling night. Them build players. Them they ready-made players. Ready-made players.
Tigat, you went to Danone. Tigat, you went to Danone. You never played sport, which means that you should have focused on your schoolwork. I think you're smart enough, right? I know you work in finance, which means that you deal with a lot of money. But you still have to read things. And not only that, you have to comprehend the contracts and stuff. So let's use some comprehension skills to dissect this question. All right? And extrapolate the points from it that make sense and respond appropriately. Tigat. Simple question. Is there a player that Pep has improved? Yes or no? Not rocket science, my brother. Tigat.
Yes, sir.
Is there a player that Pep has improved?
I can't find none. I can't find none I'm in right now.
All right.
Can you tell me one, sir?
I am done talking to you, Tigat.
No, can you tell me
Tigat.
one?
Can
you tell me? I can't find none. So me can't find none on my head. Me don't know all of the players and Pep coach.
When you finish, I will. Because we have 6 minutes, I will end the show. So you alone talk. All right?
No, me not talk. No, you need to tell me one. Just tell me one player, no, please.
Let me give you players that he has improved. Just at City alone. Mahrez.
Right.
Let me give it them, man. Nobody stop me. Kyle Walker. Let me give you a player. I'm gonna give you a player. So let me give you a player.
Hold on.
Hey,
Kyle Walker.
Hey, you asked me a question.
All right, go ahead.
I was going to allow you to talk.
Talk. All right, talk. Talk. All right, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I apologize. Go ahead, talk.
Tigat. We have 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Change the complete direction of our program. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you an opportunity to talk for 4 minutes.
No, man. You're going to tell me, all right, guess what? You're going to tell me the ballers them, and I'm going to tell you if him improve them, yes or no. First of all, you call Kyle Walker name. Kyle Walker was starring in Tottenham team before he came to Manchester City. Kyle Walker was a star. When he left Tottenham defense went defenseless. So don't bring in Kyle Walker name in this, because Kyle Walker was a star at Tottenham. Don't tell me that management. Don't tell me to Pep improve him game. While Pep my star ball from Tottenham. No matter with that.
This one the point.
It is a Sterling not tear up Liverpool. Sterling not put goal on Sares 2 point. When Sterling leave Liverpool, Sterling must have the most assists. The amount of goal him has said by Luis Suarez. And we are talking about.
Tigat.
Me don't understand the money. Them coach nowadays, including Pep, them not improve no ballers at all. Them ready built baller. And them have a system, and them put them in the system, and them system work. The only coach used to improve player are the Arsenal coach, Wenger. None of them coach and improve no footballer at all. A ready built baller. That's why them pay millions and millions of dollars for them. Ready make baller. When Jack Grealish go a Manchester City and buy his team, the man tear down Aston Villa. The man a big baller for Aston Villa, top player for Aston Villa. So tell me what him do to Grealish. So Jack Grealish, tell me what he did.
People, the whistle can't help Tigat.
Right, what the man of Bengal? Your management, me name that, you know. Management, me come up for a show. Me come up for a show, me name that. Rasta, me name that. Me name that Bengal. No, Rasta, me come up for a show. No, Rasta. Rasta, me name that. Rasta, me name that. Me name that. No, man, me name that. Me go come up for a show. One tip, no, sir.
Thank you very much, Tigat.
Me a Pentecostal man, me no blow Benge on, brother. No, Rasta, don't do that.
It's a show. Tigat, it is a chauffeur. That's what it is called. And Tigat, I'd really appreciate if you really. But I want to thank you.
Yo, for this enough love and respect, man. For show.
I thought when I saw the white thing around your lip, it was white squall. But
no white squall. I can't white squall.
That was that white squall. I agree with you. It was that white squall. It was something, you know. It probably was the white lady because you're kind of talking. You're kind of talking, Tigat. I need you to listen to, but Tigat, I need you to get this program and listen to the last 30 minutes. Something is wrong with you, Tigat. You're not right.
No, man, nothing wrong with me.
Yes, Tigat, something is wrong with you. I swear you need to check out yourself. Something is wrong with you. This reason today proved to me something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you, Tigat. You need to check. You need to check it out. Yeah, but
a man just said that a man asked a question if Fergie never improved. Of course, Fergie improved player. Fergie and them man used to improve. That's why I said these coaches. You understand? Of course, Fergie improved player.
this is
Fergie make Dwight Clark one of the best player in the world.
this is
You understand?
this is management. This has been I Am Sure Sports. You know, when it gets to this point of the show, we say we are over and we are out of here. Big up.
Salute, buddy.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Erdis, the body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, you cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Orchard Race, Galtigo Bay, everywhere. I Am Sure Sports, check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha, yeah. Someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.